Antonio Spurs return to action, riding a 9-game winning streak tonight. They'll be starting a 3-game roadie that opens up in Golden State. Tip-off, 9 o'clock. The game will be televised on ESPN. Luke Cornett out for the Spurs. He is dealing with right knee injury management. Clippers lost to the Portland Trail Blazers last night. They're officially locked into a play-in spot. They can climb no higher than the 7th seed.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day! Hump day! Hump day! Hump day! Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. We appreciate you stopping by here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Spend a little time here with the Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
I'm glad that you are doing well on this Hump Day because your microphone over there, you got to quit playing with that thing.
You ready?
Careful. You already done?
Yeah, that's about it. So, unplug it, baby.
Oh, stop. That was gross.
Unplug it, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Your mic does not get enough action.
We need a little WD-40 in here, I guess, something like that. But it's
You're so easily entertained, you third grader.
Oh, my goodness.
Or is that more funny. 7th grade?
I have no clue what it is.
Could be 8th grade.
It could be any age when it comes to a male because our brains never develop fully. That is just true.
There's just certain things that you hear and you just go there. Or certain numbers that you see.
You have to go there. I mean, it's one. You got to find some entertainment somewhere, right?
And that's how you entertain yourself?
I mean, I'm moving the microphone, getting it ready for the show, and all I hear is,
well, because you keep doing that to your microphone.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I need a little WD-40 in there.
You can just move it once, but the fact is you hear that, and then all of a sudden you see
Unplug it, baby.
Oh, we're going to have some fun today. I can already tell. Already tell.
Can you last 4 hours, though?
No,
because this show is 4 hours long, my friend.
Well, that's about all I can do there, so that's good.
Oh, man. So sad yet honest.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you got to be honest. What the hell? What are you going to do?
Exactly.
I hope everybody's having as much fun as we are. And again, you just never know. You never know what's going to happen on this show from a day-to-day basis. That's the way we like it.
Well, it is the way we like it, although today is one of those days. You just have to be careful when you open up Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I woke up and thought we became a bird-watching station.
I saw that, but there's some jokes, and I don't know who wrote that. Don't care, but there's some jokes you just go, all right, whatever.
That's just stupid,
right?
And when you have to write at the end, it's an April Fool's joke. I'm glad you cracked yourself up because nobody took that seriously.
Well, yeah,
it's like the one
did.
for KTSA down the hall becoming a liberal talk station.
Yeah, like.
Although the comments there, man, people got angry fast, and when you are a supposed reliable news source, when you do something like that, it does trick people. I mean, it was, bird watching. I thought one of the comments said, if a tree falls in the woods, would Joe Reinagel complain?
You damn right. It'd make too damn much noise.
Although there's been some good ones. I mean, I saw where Green Hall is just going to change its name to Hall, and they painted their building green.
That's a good idea.
Well, you don't have to guess. Is it Green? How do you say it? Green? Right? It's just Hall.
I saw
it's a green building.
I saw another one that Jerry Jones is going to resign as general manager.
I mean, please.
I know.
I mean, of you got to come up with something believable, like the kielbasa sausage seltzer. That's more believable than Jerry Jones retiring or the porkrinds.com skincare products that they released today. Where your lotion could be like skincare, or the Traeger glasses where you could put on and automatically see the temperature of the meat inside your grill.
Damn, what a
Which
good
would
idea.
actually be pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
We've got to have the technology for that. That would be awesome.
If you had technology to put on glasses like that, would you really want to know the temperature of the meat inside your grill or something else?
Well, I mean,
This is where you move your microphone, sir.
I
Exactly. If there were glasses that could actually do that, we wouldn't use them for grilling purposes.
Well, what would you use them for, Minix?
What do you think? You ever wanted to go, oh, there's Libby Dunn. Wonder what it looks like underneath there. Let me put on these special glasses.
I'm not
now
a pervert.
You know.
I'm not a pervert. You
Really?
remember the back of the comic books back in the day? They used to have X-ray glasses where you were supposed to be able to do that.
Well, exactly.
And the pictures were like of some girl in a dress, and
Yeah.
it was like,
It was magic.
Magic.
It was magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an April Fool's joke?
No, it's not.
You don't remember those?
No, I remember those. I meant Joe saying he's not a pervert. Was that an April Fool's joke?
Well,
Well,
I mean,
maybe.
you know, the biggest pervert always the ones that say it's not me.
I'll let y'all decide
I
where we go from there.
to a degree, we all are.
Of course we
right?
are.
Just
Of course
others
we
like
are.
Joe are at another level.
You know, with Libby, you really, she doesn't leave much to the imagination anymore.
She leaves just enough, though.
Just enough, which is actually sexier than naked, isn't it? You have to leave just a little bit to the imagination.
I like it naked.
I mean,
Spicy.
your imagination, sure, but wouldn't you rather just no?
No, not really.
Yes, you would.
No.
Yes, you would.
Why? Why would you want to know what you're missing?
Why do you go to a strip club?
Well,
I mean,
a
it's
variety of reasons.
I want to touch it.
Exactly.
scratch and sniff photos.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to see it up close. He may not want us to touch it, though.
This is true. I'm not sure about the whole scratch and sniff thing.
I mean, Pledge is wearing a hat that says "Drink Naked."
It's all, where you got that at the golf tournament, didn't you? I saw a bunch of people wearing one of those hats. Yeah. Or a lot of those hats.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool hat. Now who is that? That's got to be a company.
Twang.
Twang. Okay. Twang.
See, we saw their booth. You quickly jumped out of the cart
Twang.
to go up there.
Nah, not really. That was down the list a little bit. No offense, Twang, but there were others that were
They weren't the Roo Pup?
a little bit better than that. So, I'm just doing my part, man. We had to take pictures with everybody.
Everybody.
So I mean,
Yes.
you do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Goodness gracious.
Still thinking about the Roo Pup, are you?
Oh man.
He's got a new toy, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't ever fix that, all right? Because I like it that way.
Rusty?
Squeaky.
Remind you of a mattress in college?
Maybe.
The hourly hotels on Austin Highway?
I've never frequented those.
Boy, that hooker just lifts me every day.
So we got
Happy hump day.
We got I don't know. I'm going to butcher this thing. Eli G or Ellie G. I'm not sure on our San Antonio Sports Star. He said, "Is that a bed?" Well, you decide.
I mean, dude.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
Give me a cigarette.
he's an expert at something.
Woo!
I'm glad he can finally bring his talents to the radio station. Or
Happy to be here.
The part there that's a little surprising, Eli G.
I'm going to assume it's Eli G.
8650.
All right.
That's on our YouTube chat. He can actually see you fondling the microphone.
Well, I guess he could, but he asked if it was a bed.
Why? If he was driving around on the radio.
Unplug it, baby.
Unplug it, baby.
It's getting a little creepy.
Give me a cigarette. Holy cow.
Dude, he's going to need a tissue in a moment. Are you kidding?
It's going to be
Well, I have a pretty good rub.
It's going to be a fun day. I can already tell that.
It's going to be something.
No doubt about it. No telling where we're going to go on this hump day. It's going to be a
hump
good one, that's
day.
for sure. Let's get this fine program underway. What do you say? Spurs open up a 3-game road trip tonight. They'll start off at the Golden State Warriors. No Steph Curry. It's going to be another one that is kind of easy does it. We'll talk about it anyway because Luka Doncic was asked about his MVP chances as we move forward to that award. Everybody's getting asked about that, and I'm glad they are. That's good. And LeBron James has been playing since he was, 10?
Yep.
For about 80 years, and he finally set a record.
Here we go.
How about that?
Here we go.
We're talking Spurs basketball. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And you think about that game tonight, Spurs, Warriors, want to make it more interesting? Make sure you're playing along on Underdog, where you just have to make your picks of player stats like points, rebounds, steals, that sort of thing. And look at Wemby and his blocks. He's on a streak of big-time blocks, his points, Steph Castle assists. And that's the beauty of playing on Underdog. Get your picks right. You can win money right now in Texas. In fact, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, whether you're playing pro basketball tonight or the tournament that resumes on Saturday with 2 incredible games, and then, of course, the championship game coming up on Monday. So download the Underdog app. Do it right now. Use my promo code STAR, and you'll score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org. Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Hornitos 100% agave tequila isn't for the few, but for the many. To pour with friends and friends of friends. For you, for me, for everyone. Hornitos, the tequila de todos.
100% agave tequila for 100% of tequila lovers. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol volume, 2026 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage the big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we are live out at the TPC San Antonio course for the Valero Texas Open. TPC, VTO, and NBA and NCAA. We have all the initials covered. We'll see you at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason. Spurs open up a 3-game road trip, their final regular season road trip of the season. Starts tonight at Golden State.
The injury report for Golden State, I mean, obviously, Steph Curry isn't going to play. He's missed, 25 games or so?
Quite a few.
Bad knee. He'll be around for the play-in, but not before then. And I think they got a couple other dudes out.
Al Horford's out. Porzingis is out. So they've been hit by the injury bug.
Mm-hmm. 9 o'clock start. Tonight's game on ESPN. You mentioned final back-to-back. Spurs 23-5 in back-to-backs this year, 12-2 in the first game. The two losses, by the way, both on the road. No Luke Kornet tonight, and you just look at this game, and it's just on paper feels good because it's Golden State, it's Steve Kerr. You know they're going to compete. Draymond Green will be Draymond Green. Wemby's just got to go do Wemby things just to stay in the MVP race. And you think about Wemby things, 15 or more rebounds in 4 consecutive games, according to Tom Orsborn in the Express News. That ties the longest streaks of both Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Well, he's going to break all of those guys' records.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. But the guys, I mean, obviously he's in the conversation for the most valuable player in the National Basketball Association.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing a lot of good things. Look, the Spurs shouldn't have any issue tonight. And I'm not sure about the Clippers. Are they the most bizarre team? Some nights they look great, other nights not so much. They get beat by Portland. I just don't know what to think about them. So what I thought might be a test for the Spurs, maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. I know they have played the Spurs fairly well this season, but I'm just not exactly sure what to make of that ball club.
You're going to have some clunkers. Maybe they mailed that one in because things are kind of set. So it's about rest at this point. I'm curious seeing that, with the exception of Kornet, everybody's available tonight. Who's all going to be available tomorrow night against the Clippers in Los Angeles? Does that become a bit of a rest game, if you will, on the final set of a back-to-back? And then, of course, they've got the Saturday afternoon game against the Denver Nuggets. But, I mean, you just kind of roll back and forth and you look at this game, and obviously we'll have more throughout on Spurs Warriors tonight. Game night San Antonio brought to you by Vision Source. But the MVP talk continues. Wemby's 41 points the other night will help because voters want to see that kind of scoring. But if you're just looking at scoring, it's hard to not look at Luka. Now, we know J.J. Redick is campaigning for his guy. Luka was asked if he should be campaigning for himself.
I mean, I never did that, so I'm not the one voting, so, but I think I've been playing pretty good. We've been winning, so that's it. That's all I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a campaign speech there.
A little bit.
A little bit of one. It wasn't a PowerPoint presentation, but it was a little bit of one. 600 points this dude has scored in the month of March. 600 points.
That's a lot.
That's quite a few. Lakers.
To give you an idea, saw this on the internet today, and it's true.
It is.
His 600 points in March are more points than Anthony Davis scored in a Mavericks uniform.
Well, you got to play to score points, don't you?
I'm just saying. You talk about a trade that went sideways. That was a bad trade. Maverick fans, I feel bad for Maverick fans. And it probably doesn't help.
Are you kidding me?
Well, to a degree. And it doesn't help that Mark Cuban is like, yeah, that wasn't me. That and trying to throw Jason Kidd under the bus there. Kidd's like, dude, just can move on. Although it does make you wonder. But what a bad deal.
That was a horrible deal. And obviously, when you lose a guy like Luka Doncic, who, look, I don't care what you think about him yelling at the refs and whining and all of that stuff. I think that comes with, it just comes with being from where he's from. I think to some extent, and I mean that sincerely, because a lot of European guys do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot do, some don't. So I'll leave it at that. But the guy's good. I mean, he's damn good, and I don't think he's even I don't think anybody's going to sniff him for MVP, to be totally honest with you. I think this comes down to SGA and Wemby. And then I think Joker's probably even ahead in most people's minds of Luka, so he falls somewhere in fourth. But with the way the guy is playing, he's got the Lakers back in it. They're in the third seed. They only have a 2-game lead over the Denver Nuggets, so they still have to continue to play. But I mean, this team is starting to play ball, and a big reason for that, Jason, obviously, is Luka's number one, but LeBron has shifted his role and become the third option on that team.
And he's playing great basketball. He passed Kareem last night for most wins in NBA history. And the idea, could this be LeBron's last year? The way it started with some of his rest, maybe, but maybe not. Will he be a Laker next year? That's going to be a big part of the offseason discussion. But the way he's playing right now, again, I don't see him stepping down. And again, I said this at the beginning of the NBA season. I'll stand by it here at the end of the NBA season. I don't think it's LeBron's last year because I think LeBron is one that wants that farewell tour, and he hasn't gotten that. I mean, because every arena he will go to, he'll get the rocking chair and the gifts and the flowers that he has honestly earned. You know, there are players out there that want that. There are players that don't. He seems like one that would want that, and quite frankly, he is one that has earned it.
I don't think there's any question he's going to play next year. The question is, who is he going to play for? I don't think it's going to be the Lakers. If he goes back to Cleveland, that's a possibility. I've heard some other, spaghetti on the wall stuff that the New York Knicks might be a stop for him to go out there in the Big Apple. And so I don't know, but I think he understands, I think, wherever he goes. And I think he's proven it this year, and I'll give him a lot of respect for that he's not the number one guy anymore. He doesn't play like the number one guy anymore, and he's got to realize that he's either second, third, or sometimes, depending on where he goes, the fourth option.
The idea that he won't be back with the Lakers, I would have agreed with that 100% around Christmas. But seeing how he has adapted and accepted his role on this team and the way he and Luka are playing together and the way J.J. Redick has balanced all the egos in that room, and you don't have Jeannie Buss as a part of it, I would not be shocked if there was another season in L.A. for LeBron James because it doesn't feel like he's holding that organization hostage the way he was maybe previously. He's not making the personnel decisions like he seemed to be doing and, getting his, kid drafted. I mean, they're just demanding being the first option. I think because of the way they're playing right now and him seemingly embracing that role, I don't know that it's off the table to say he would be back with the Lakers next year.
I just think the Lakers are ready to move on.
Oh, I agree with that.
From LeBron.
They were ready to move on from the LeBron that was at training camp. Are they ready to move on from the LeBron that they're getting right now?
I think they are. And I think he plays somewhere else. If I had to put money on it, I would say absolutely. He's not going to be with the Lakers next year. Obviously, there is that possibility, but he is going to be a free agent and go wherever the hell he wants to go.
And also, what are his salary demands?
I think he should just retire. How about that? How about just get that rocking chair, go buy it yourself. You got plenty of money, and go sit in it, and enjoy your riches and your life.
He could have done that 10 years ago.
Well, he could have, but he was still playing at a high level. I have this thing on older stars. I don't want to see them deteriorate in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that. And with LeBron, look, LeBron is not the LeBron of even 5 years ago.
Sure.
I mean, he still plays quality basketball, don't get me wrong, and he can still play. I get that. But I don't want to see him deteriorate right in front of my eyes. And I think he's going to play. I don't think there's any question he plays next year. But I don't think it's going to be for the Lakers.
I think he's a bum.
Well, there's that too. Along with that bum.
Here we go.
Who said that? Which is a weird.
I mean, Pittsburgh is waiting. Denver has entered the conversation for Aaron Rodgers.
It's weird, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that obviously when we a little bit later in the show. But Denver, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's game will be interesting too. I think it just the Spurs just got to take care of business. You win these games. See what it's going to be interesting to see what Mitch Johnson does from one game to the next. Because obviously it is a back-to-back tonight, Golden State, then the Clippers tomorrow night, and then that big one against Denver. And the Nuggets still have a lot to play for. The Spurs, you could say, do too if they have designs on catching OKC, but Denver has an opportunity still to catch the Los Angeles Lakers and move into that third spot. So that game, I think, that's the one I'm looking forward to, and it's really the only one at this point in time for the regular season that I want to see.
I agree.
Now, everything else is just kind of meh.
I mean, the four next week, you think about Monday night. You got the national championship game, college basketball. Spurs are playing the Sixers. That's why you want to join us at the Roo Pub on Monday, because you need multiple televisions. And the Blitz will be live there 2 to 6 pregame for the Natty and Spurs Sixers. And then you look at two other games, and then that weekend game, the final regular season game with Denver. Now, I believe the Spurs are going to clean out their prize closet for that one, and, the fan appreciation game, and all the giveaways. But in reality, you're gearing up for the postseason. I mean, playoff tickets are on sale. Playoff T-shirts are on sale. Playoff time in San Antonio. Where have you been?
Man, fantastic. Welcome home. It is good to have you back.
Yep.
That's for sure. Absolutely it is. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, Jason, and I mean that because you could still have movement from 3 to 6. I mean, you could. There's 3.5 games that separate 4 teams. The Lakers hold the 3 spot with a 2-game lead over the Nuggets and a 3.5-game lead over both Minnesota and Houston. So there could still be a lot of movement. Spurs have 7 games left. I'm assuming that's about what everybody else has, give or take. And so there's still some things that could be had. And for those 4 teams, they're not going to let their foot off the gas. They're going to keep playing.
No, it's although I'm ready for you, man. Get through next week and let's get to the postseason. It's time, and it's so long overdue. I'm just ready to see playoff basketball in San Antonio again. I'm excited, but it's almost like when you're counting down for vacation.
True.
Right?
True.
You're trying to get everything ready, and now it's just you watch the clock, you count the days. When are we going on that big trip?
Well, it's going to be a little while because the 4 games when they come home are just going to be like snoozers.
Oh.
I mean, there's some things you can watch for, but
as fans, you got to get playoff ready.
Well, you do.
I mean, we were talking to the dude from the Jackals the other day at the golf tournament. They got practice. There's things that they do. They got to get. I don't know. They're doing something with like bracelets. I mean, there's lots of prep to get ready for the playoffs as a fan. I guess I'm just ready to get there.
Well, if you haven't been there before, some of us have. We've been there before. We're going to act like it.
Do you remember how?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Damn
I mean,
right.
how different is it going to be for you? You don't have to do a whole bunch of shoot-around stand-ups and then staying around after doing live shots, and your life's going to be a lot easier because you can watch the playoffs with an ice-cold beer.
I really can.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually be a fan. I'm going to get a car flag.
Are you going to get a car?
Why not?
Are they available?
Well, sure
I
they are.
have yet to see a car flag.
Well, Spurs fans do better. Go get car flags.
We've been told that they're out there. I have yet to see one with my own eyes. And I haven't seen an old one. I haven't seen a new one. Are car flags still a thing when it comes to playoffs? Or what else do we need to have?
Well, I don't know. What else is there?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen anybody paint their windows either.
Get a coyote head?
I mean, if you want.
It might be okay. We're being asked here, we kind of teased this yesterday.
You're about your poll?
About the poll?
About your poll.
We need a poll, a big one.
Do you remember what the poll question was?
Who is the biggest complainer?
That's right.
San Antonio sports star. I think it was me,
or Rob.
I think.
No, that was all the listeners said yesterday.
That's it, huh? I think AJ should be in there because he'll probably win.
He doesn't ever win. So, I mean. But is it? I think it was just between you and Rob.
Me and Rob, yeah, that's what it was.
Who complains more? Although you had a promo running all day on April Fools that you would not be complaining today.
April Fools!
Oh, yeah.
There'll be something I want to complain about. You know that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you know that. Tell you, there's another guy that's a pretty good complainer.
Who's that?
That's going to join us next. RJ Ochoa, blogging the boys. He likes to complain sometimes, especially about old Jera and Candy Lee. We'll hear from RJ. He joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you are looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle, then you need to get into Synergenics and Low T centers, where you can choose testosterone shots, pills, or they've got something else that I can't pronounce that's boosting testosterone without affecting fertility. You can get your treatment in the clinic or even have testosterone shipped to your door. You can choose self-pay or insurance coverage for the payment option that works for you. And right now, Synergenics and Low T Center are offering new treatment options, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido-boosting peptide, new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. Synergenics and Low T Center provide testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy that is tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. When hormones are imbalanced, patients feel fatigue, low sex drive, mood changes, body changes. Balancing your hormones means living a better, healthier life. Testosterone's important for women, too. It helps boost energy, confidence, drive, and more. Doses for women, very careful so they can help you meet your goals. Want to explore treatment that works for you in your lifestyle and your budget? Book that free T-test now at lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com. lowtcenter.com or go to synergenics.com.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs, and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. You know? Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Here's the tale of Tina, searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till GoodRx wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
No, turn your mic on.
It's on or not. There it is. Now my button's not even working, Pledge.
Well, it quit lighting up a while ago. Would you quit playing with your microphone?
Average age at which people lose their virginity. In Spain, 19.2. Italy, 18.9. Mexico, 18.7. The United States, it doesn't say. So it must be pretty young. I'm kind of happy about that.
You're happy as a girl, Dad, but you're thinking that it was going to be closer to 15?
Well, yeah, I thought it was going to be younger than that.
Yeah.
Well,
younger than 15?
Well, no.
Oh.
But, younger than 18. So I don't know. I mean, there's only certain people that, well, one of them's looking at us right now.
And what does that mean?
Well, RJ was probably what? I don't know. He's a stud.
Uh-huh.
Probably, 15,
31.
16. Yeah, that dude.
RJ, I'm not even going to ask, man. RJ
I walked in and Joe couldn't figure out how to turn on his microphone and was fumbling with buttons and then brought up this subject. So I don't know what kind of Wednesday you guys are. Happy Hump Day, I guess.
Happy Hump Day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hump Day. You want to know what kind of Wednesday it's been?
Yeah.
He's got a squeaking microphone and he's been playing with it like that all day.
Yeah, I mean the first 90 seconds here have been.
Welcome to the show, RJ.
The good news is that's more time than Joe normally needs. The great RJ Ochoa here on the Buyers Barricades at guest line, talking Dallas Cowboys because that's what he does at bloggingtheboys.com. Jerry, interesting comments coming from the owners' meetings, and we've got a great new soundbite about feeding ducks. Quack.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
Right? But overall, I mean, between what Jerry said, what Steven said, what Schottenheimer said, especially when it comes to George Pickens being there long term, do you think he will be there long term, or is this just all lip service so he feels the love?
I think my opinion on this has moved 1.5% in the last 30 hours. And my long-held disposition was that George was going to play on the franchise tag this year, or at least be held to that. Whether or not he Le'Veon Bell's this obviously remains to be seen. But if I've grown or moved in any direction, it's that they are going to tag him again next year. This is a unique situation, and look, they do not generally have leverage against players. I don't think they have all of it against George, but especially after Puka Nacua gets his deal, presumably. I mean, even if they have to tag him again next year, the bargain that it will be for 2 years' worth of service is incredible. And so I think they're handling this pretty shrewdly, and they're not saying anything dumb. So, hey, I got to give them a couple gummy bears. You know what I mean? Like they're handling this respectably. But I that's what I think right now. I think he's for sure going to be held to the tag this year. And unless he takes a deal or a bargain next year, they're going to plan on tagging him again.
RJ, it's interesting that you say that, and I tend to agree with you, especially for this year. But you hear Schottenheimer talk at the owners' meetings, talking about, look, we're pure when we go in, and a lot of new mock drafts for whatever stock you put into those have got the Cowboys taking a wide receiver with that 20th pick. And I find that interesting. So if that's the case, and wherever these guys get their information from, but if the Cowboys are truly thinking about a wide receiver at 20, what does that mean for a George Pickens?
It means he's expendable, right? And that's some of the leverage that he kind of has against them right now, is that CeeDee Lamb loves him, Dak Prescott loves him, and obviously he's inordinately talented. I don't want to take anything away from the personal connections he's made with the team, but if you have another guy, a guy that CeeDee Lamb was once himself, that, this guy, whoever it is, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, forks up, he could be the CeeDee Lamb to George Pickens' Michael Gallup, right? I mean, that's the way this whole thing goes. And there is logic to that. There is merit to that. I know everybody, hears that idea and says, no, you got to draft on defense and whatnot. If they were able to land a linebacker beforehand, I think that people would be much more open-minded to that idea. If they were to trade around throughout the first round, and if it weren't at 20, right, if it were at 26 or something like that, and they picked up a third rounder or something along the way, it carries merit. This is an NFL where you have to have multiple top-tier elite pass-catching options, and when you have a quarterback like Dak Prescott, the more the merrier.
RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Still a lot of talk about Jordan Brooks with Miami and the possible trade. Out there in the owners' meetings, our friend Clarence Hill from All City Dallas posted a video that he was talking with Omar Kelly, who's beat writer for the Dolphins. And one of the tweets from Clarence that is a little concerning is he says, according to Omar, that Jordan Brooks doesn't like to be the green dot guy, and he's more sideline to sideline than trying to plug up a hole, which and then you read other things about him, and it seems like it's the complete opposite. Doing your homework on Jordan Brooks, do you think he would be a fit in the Christian Parker defense?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that that is an aversion that shouldn't scare anybody. In fact, if I was Cowboys, I'd be saying, well, you just knocked the price down for us, Jordan. Thanks for turning that third round cost into a fourth rounder, because I understand the want and the need to find that leader or that whatever term or verbiage you want to use. Why can't Jalen Thompson wear the green dot? Why can't Malik Hooker wear the green dot? Like you have a lot of options. J-Ron Curse wore it once upon a time. If we're involving safeties in this discussion, I know that feels like many, many moons ago, but you don't have to have that guy doing that. And I know that that's just one level of what the green dot is and what it represents. But I think at the end of the day, this is a Cowboys team that cannot necessarily afford to be picky with regards to linebacker options. They have almost no qualified NFL players at the position, with all due respect to DeMarvion Overshown. I think the better way to say that is they have no real point of dependability, nobody who they can, truly consciously in a fair state of mind rely on. And so Jordan Brooks really raises the floor. And after you raise the floor, now all of a sudden you can get picky. And now all of a sudden you can say, you know what, we're going to pass on C.J. Allen at 20 overall so that we can take Arnold Tate, like Joe was talking about on that day he was reading some weird articles on the internet, right? Like you all of a sudden give yourself more flexibility, which is what the general disposition should be across your entire roster.
Okay, RJ, and I know you saw this too, but Shotty needed a cigarette after talking about Bobby Wagner the other day. And so I'm wondering, as much as Brian Schottenheimer likes Bobby Wagner, could that be a possibility to bring him in for a year?
Yeah, well, all your references have a common theme today, Joe, so happy hump day indeed.
Hump day?
I would say that if Dan Quinn could not get the Cowboys to bring in Bobby Wagner, I would be hard-pressed to believe that Brian Schottenheimer could. Obviously, Schotty's the head coach when Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator, but Dan was Brian mentioned to Kay Adams, he was around Bobby Wagner, obviously. They were both a part of the Seahawks organization. Dan Quinn worked with him, worked over him, oversaw him, led him, right? Like, I wouldn't want them to go that route, to be honest. I think that Bobby Wagner is an incredible player, a Hall of Famer, and I think he certainly still can play, but I think the Cowboys need more help right now. That is kind of a luxurious thing. That they're not in a spot where they can truly kind of go down the route and depend on Bobby Wagner. He's great to be sort of your next line of defense, but right now they're still trying to lay the foundation. They can't be shopping for what color paint's going to go on the interior quite yet.
And that is true, although I would say when it comes to Dan Quinn and Bobby Wagner and Schottenheimer and Bobby Wagner was a lot more expensive when Dan Quinn was coaching in Dallas than he would be now. And again, if you're just looking for that veteran presence in the locker room, again, depending on price, it's a possibility. But even, kind of reading tea leaves from all the various reporters that were in Arizona at the owners' meetings, certainly doesn't feel like Jadeveon Clowney, who is available, will be back. He does not seem to be in the plans for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's one of those where, again, I've sort of zigged where everybody has zagged. I recognize he was productive last year, and I am in no way taking anything away from him, but we're talking about a defense that was quite literally one of the worst in franchise history. And so standing out in that group was not exactly a difficult thing. Again, not to take away from Clowney. And beyond that, this idea or assertion that Clowney was ever going to sign before August with any team, not just the Cowboys, is ridiculous. I mean, this man isn't even concerned with professional football right now, and he shouldn't be. He's put himself in this position. So I'm also okay if they don't want to go this route. I think that this will garner some eye rolls, but they re-signed Sam Williams, right? Like they've shored up that position to where they don't have to depend on Jadeveon Clowney. But that's sort of an equivalent to me of what Bobby Wagner would be. The reason the Cowboys were able to, I don't want to say take that luxury last year because of Micah stuff that was going on at the time, but still was because they had a full cupboard, because they had other options, because they had Donovan Ezuraku and Sam Williams. And so you weren't depending on Jadeveon Clowney to come in and save you the way you would be if you signed Bobby Wagner at this specific juncture.
All right, I got to tell you guys something. Joseph Hoyt is retweeting a Baltimore Ravens beat writer that says the Ravens will face off against the Cowboys in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Well, Joe's a good friend of mine. Joe, not Joseph. I would think that you would know that. I would think it would be some sort of code of all of you, Joe. But that's interesting. So is this a home game for the Ravens? Is this a home game for the Cowboys? Have you received it? I would imagine it's a home game for the Ravens. I know there wasn't that specific level of information that came out yet. And also, is there a date on this yet? Give me all the details, Joe, as I look for the tweet myself.
It's week 3. The Ravens will take on the Cowboys, who are the home team for the first NFL game to be played in Rio de Janeiro. 2 league sources told the Baltimore Banner the requested anonymity because they are not cleared to discuss the schedule publicly. The game and a stadium that I'm not going to try to pronounce will be the first of at least 3 in Rio over the next 5 years. Third NFL game in Brazil.
I see the report that you're talking about here, and my biggest takeaway from this, cool, go play the Ravens. Actually, the fact that this isn't a team the Cowboys have a lot of success against, but this is the biggest sign that we have to date that the NFL is very serious about having an international game every single week.
Yep.
And again, I recognize I'm not breaking any news there, but that the Cowboys were willing to give up a home game is proof that Jerry Jones is bought in and that he is for this cause. And this cause obviously being getting international games, for the good of the league. We know that Jerry will sacrifice in that regard when it is to the benefit of his fellow owners and the league as a whole. And I think that's an admirable quality, but this means that the league is serious there.
Yeah, they are, but I don't know that Jerry is willing to give up a home game. He's not willing. He will follow the rules and he will bitch and scream about it, but trust me, that man is not willing to give up a home game. But when they did add the 17th game, I remember Jerry saying on, I believe, this program, and you might have been a part of it, that they would still have 8 home days, 8 home games and home gates. He just wouldn't get that extra one. But he is not a fan of giving up a home game just because they make too much money.
Right. No, and that's, maybe that is the eventual play, right? 8, an 8, and then you're allotted internationally. But this year they will have to give that up just under the current structure and the current format of the way the games go. And so that being said, this is a small sacrifice, I would imagine, that Jerry sees as a way to uncover a whole new, I was going to say a whole new tree, but this is a whole new forest, right? A whole new rainforest of financial gain for him, for the NFL, for the Dallas Cowboys, because, international markets have begged the Cowboys to come back, and they won't, because teams won't give up the Cowboys at their respective home game. And so for the Cowboys to give it up, wow. Well, shout out to all the season ticket holders. You guys know. They're going to be pretty
no, but keep in mind, they're not going to London. They're not going to Germany. They are going to Brazil for this Cowboys home game. And if you're not aware, and I know you probably are, RJ, but as a listener down there, Jerry Jones is one of the largest automobile dealers in the country of Brazil. There is a reason that they're going to Brazil, and Jerry's got a lot of businesses over there in Brazil.
I also think that the fact that when this came out, this report, and initially that Dallas was heading to Brazil during the week of the Super Bowl, I assumed that it would happen on the Friday to start the season. We've obviously found out that the actual season opener will take place on Wednesday this year. The Cowboys were in the last Wednesday game. Shout out to the Democratic National Convention. That was the reason back in 2012. But that it's in week 3 kind of sucks because you have to deal with the travel and the issue coming back off of an international game, getting ready for week 4. And it remains to be seen, obviously, what the time when this game is going to be. If Dallas is maybe playing on Monday night in week 4, right, to give them an extra, bump of time or whatever. But the NFL is not messing around. It's no longer going to be like just random Sunday games. Like they clearly want to do all of what they normally do in international markets.
Well, and not only, look, it's going to be a home game for the Cowboys. You know that. It's going to be a home crowd for sure, even though it's not at Jerry World. Jerry was politicking the other day for the 18th game in the NFL season. He says the players will make more money. He obviously is in favor of adding an 18th game.
It's dumb. Players, like we've been rolling our eyes at player safety since the dawn of Thursday Night Football 20 years ago, 2006, when that was first instituted, and it was only like 6 games, and then it's obviously become what it has. I think the NFL wants all of the content. And so their acceptance of the second bye that going to 18 games will likely yield is that it allows them all to have international games, each team. And that second bye means a longer season, means more content, more opportunity, more discussion. I know John Machota tweeted about this morning. The Mark Cuban quote from a decade and change ago really does ring. I rolled my eyes at that at the time. I thought Mark Cuban was acting silly, and I don't know that I fully agree with it, but he definitely had a point even 12 years ago.
Well, and again, you think about, and I love the fact that Monday night is no longer going to have double headers, but more streaming services, more nights, more football, and we'll see because, look, we all make our living because of football, and there's a reason. It works out really well for everybody, and fans want it. Fans want football, NFL football.
Yep.
But any kind of football. That's the bottom line.
While we're on the subject, what's y'all's favorite thing about Brazil?
I've never been to Brazil, so I don't know.
You got a chance to go. I guarantee you your co-host is thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it. I've actually been to Brazil a couple of times while I was in the Navy, although 19, 20-year-old Jason Minix while in the Navy versus current Jason Minix, the trip would be completely different, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Well, I think it would also be completely the same in a lot of respects to know what I know. But this is very interesting. You guys just gave me a whole lot of work that I have to go do now to talk about this. But and the Ravens, that's kind of boring. It's kind of lame, if I'm being totally honest with you.
You know, they probably put that on the schedule when Max Crosby was a Raven in those 14 minutes, right? I mean, there could have been some juicy storylines there. Before we let you go, RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. You've been doing stuff with this radio station now for more than 10 years, right?
I won Rock the Mic in August of 2016.
All right. So you can answer this question probably better than most. It's our poll question today, a poll question that actually came from a listener, a poll question on our YouTube page on San Antonio Sports Star. It's very simple. Who complains more, Joe Reinagle or Rob Thompson?
You know, Rob doesn't ever really complain. When Rob when he
you
gets
apparently
going,
haven't heard Rob with AJ Hoffman.
Well, I mean, on the air, see, that's the thing. Like when you lose Rob, it's the cow's out to pasture, right? Like good luck getting it back inside. Joe is like a perpetual complainer. You know what I mean? Like it's just constant. It's almost as if someone is snoozing their alarm the entire day and never actually turns it off. So like,
I think you're taking a shot at me, aren't you?
No, I don't think so at all. In fact, I would say that Jason Minix complains the least. So I would power rank them from most to least. Joe, Rob, Jason, Pledge actually complains the least. So that's my experience and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, RJ. I'm just a truth teller. That's all. Just a truth teller.
Complaining isn't a bad thing, Joe. Consider yourself an advocate for the truth. You're just seeking improvement constantly. I admire that about you.
That's it. Yes, thank you, RJ. I appreciate it.
At RJ Ochoa on all the socials. Read them at bloggingtheboys.com. Go to work, my friend. Always appreciate it.
Take a cold shower, Joe. Based on this conversation, you need one.
Yeah, he definitely does. At least he's got his paper towels in here now. RJ Ochoa on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Well, just staying with the theme of today.
How
in the world does a situation get like this? The mother doesn't know who the father is.
Well, we know how that happens.
Well, but here's the twist.
There is a twist.
There is a twist.
That even Maury Povich couldn't solve.
Well, there is. So let's just leave it at that, and we'll discuss that when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, talking about football, I love all kinds of football. This past weekend, I was at the San Antonio Gunslingers game out at Freeman Coliseum because it's football, and indoor football is a lot of fun, and the San Antonio Gunslingers, they are back for season number 6. Their next home game is Saturday, April 18th, a 4 o'clock kickoff against the Vegas Nighthawks at Freeman Coliseum. So get your tickets now and go out and enjoy professional indoor football. Indoor, it's perfect. There's AC, there's comfortable seating, there's cold beverages, there's food, there's everything you need, including full contact, high-level athletes delivering at nonstop excitement. Big hits, crazy catches. Saw a couple of players that went over the wall, a lot of footballs that end up in the crowd, and if you catch one of the footballs, except on a kickoff apparently, you got to keep it. You learn something new. On a kickoff, you don't get to keep the football. You got to give those ones back. Either way, it's a lot of fun for everybody. Fans of all ages, get your tickets, SanAntonioGunslingers.com. You can buy full season packages or single game tickets for their game coming up April 18th against Vegas. SanAntonioGunslingers.com is the website. SanAntonioGunslingers.com.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. TurboTax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filings qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax free edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Let NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse, equip you for spring, summer, mom, work, and family seasons with full lines of real truck products like Undercover Ultraflex and Retrax truck bed covers or Husky floor liners. Enjoy better than internet pricing, double the 5-year warranty, and skip the week-long wait for delivery. Plus tons of scratch and dent options on WeatherGuard toolboxes, pack rats, and diesel transfer tanks. Family owned and operated since 1978 in the Big Red Building at 3027 Culebra or NAWtruck.com. Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs kick off a 3-game road swing tonight. They'll do that at Golden State. Tip-off is set for 9 o'clock. The game will be televised on ESPN. No Luke Cornett for the Spurs. He's out dealing with that right knee injury management. Well, the NFL and the NFL Referees Association broke off collective bargaining talks last week as that May 31st deadline of their contract expiration looms. NFL owners say they're going to use replacement refs.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. We certainly are here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That is Jason Minix, and we just had the crap scared out of us. I'm telling you.
Dude.
Unbelievable.
You going to complain about this?
Well, no. But
okay.
I mean, I'm like, a guy my age, something like that happens. You never know if the ticker can handle it.
Well, we're going to blame Pledge. Pledge leaves the studio and the door slams. And the shelf right here above me, if you're watching on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, you can see the bottom of the shelf. Pledge, can you show the whole? So there's a shelf with a bunch of stuff on it. Pledge slams the door and everything on the shelf fell.
Just fell right off.
Now, fortunately, nothing landed on me. But unfortunately, when I was going to pick stuff up, I couldn't. My back just seized. So Monday at the golf tournament, my golf cart got rear-ended. Some idiot hit the gas instead of the brake and slammed right in. At the time, I was fine, but then Monday afternoon at the hangar, it started to really bother me. Yesterday was okay, but yesterday I took a lot of Advil. Today I didn't because I felt okay. Today it's bothering me a lot, and I was trying to pick something up off the floor, and I couldn't move. Like it just completely froze. Like, what the hell?
I know, dude. I know it hurts, but it was funny as hell.
I was like,
like
I can't move.
A minute said, help me.
It probably did.
I had to help Minix up here.
Oh, dude.
Cracks all over the place.
Dude, that was weird. Like, yep.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of stuck.
Well, we got some. I don't know, what is that? Tylenol, Advil, something?
I just took whatever Pledge gave me. I didn't even look. I have no idea. It's HEB ibuprofen, so I should be good.
Well, we'll see.
But I mean,
that's the bottle anyway.
Yeah, that's the bottle. Do I trust what's in it?
I wouldn't.
And at this point, I don't give a damn. Give me some of what Tiger had. I don't know. I'm not driving for a couple hours.
You just got to quit that.
I mean, there's extras because Tiger apparently did. Good for him. And in all seriousness, though, I hope Pledge wouldn't give me something.
No, he's fine. You're going to be all right. The generic stuff, I find, honestly, is better than the real stuff sometimes. I don't know. That's been my experience.
See, a lot of people, are you sure it's ibuprofen in that bottle? No, I'm not. And quite honestly, the way my back feels right now, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
As long as it takes the pain away, right?
I mean,
that's it.
It could be, what do they call them? The fake drugs where you just take it and you feel better even though it's not
placebos?
A placebo. It could be that. If it makes my back feel better in the next, I don't know, how quick does this work?
30
10 minutes? Good Lord, I don't know if I have 30 minutes. And Fred says it appears Jason's the target. First the golf course and now the studio.
Dude, I'm telling
Somebody's trying to kill me, but they can't.
That was ridiculous at the golf course the other day.
That
was.
Where were you, Joe?
I was.
Weren't you in his cart?
No, he was arguing with some chick.
Yeah.
She was selling alcohol, talking about his hair. So literally his argumentative personality might have saved his life.
It did, because I was out of the golf cart talking to this girl who was, I don't know, thinking I didn't have real hair. And here I turn around, I see this guy coming, and I just kind of stepped out of the way.
Wait, so you're saying Joe got out of the cart to complain?
Yes.
Well,
he did.
I was being insulted, Pledge. You would have complained too. You know what's funny about that? I'm at doctor's office today, getting something done, and the girl that comes in it says, "Oh, I love your hair. My grandpa had hair like that." And I'm like, "Woo!"
Grandpa, huh?
Grandpa
had hair like that. How old was Grandpa when he had hair like that?
I don't know.
Was it from a photo she saw in the 20s, or is he not with us anymore?
No, she was fairly young. I mean, I don't know how old she was. Obviously, probably in her 20s. But she said she went to touch it one time, and
touch what?
Her grandpa's hair.
Oh, okay.
And
I wanted to touch it,
and he slapped her hand. I said, "Well, I'm not that way."
Did you let her touch your hair?
Well, no, she didn't. She didn't ask, and I didn't offer. So,
I mean, you could probably make a couple of dollars. You could probably make more money letting people touch your hair than you will ever make on your toes only page.
You know, that's
Joe's toes.
That's a good plan. It's a good plan.
It's really not. This segment brought to you by Icy Hot. If anybody has any. Some people are suggesting THC gummies. Whatever you guys have, man, 40, 50 Eisenhower.
Yeah.
At this point,
just no Ben Gay, all right? Because that stinks.
It does.
It does.
It does. I'm trying to think what BioFreeze.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I would normally use.
BioFreeze.
Yeah. And the BioFreeze spray actually works really well.
We get time to do the headline blitz?
Of course we do.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Always time for the Headline Blitz, because especially on a day like today, because we've got a lot of incredible stories, including now this is wild, but a very nice woman had a baby. She can't figure out the father, and DNA is not helping, because within 4 days of each other, she slept with identical twins. Not at the same time. It was like one got there on a Monday and the other one showed up on a Thursday.
Now, it doesn't say that if she, thought it was the same guy both times.
Which is kind of what I'm wondering. Well, did she think it was the same one? And, the twins did the twin thing?
Dude, I just love the headline. Mother with too much passion may never know which identical twin she banged days apart fathered her child.
But one of the names ended up on the birth certificate, and the judge said, "No, dude, you don't get any parental responsibilities because we can't prove it's yours because identical twins have identical DNA."
And now, later on in the article, apparently there's some new miraculous invention.
One day we might find out. But today's not that day.
That will be able to tell us. So we'll see how that woman is. We'll find out which twin had the best swimmers.
Well, I mean, not the best swimmers, the one that got home.
That's what I'm saying.
But one of them kind of wants to be the dad. The other one doesn't. I just go with that. But the judge said no.
Yeah, the kid's going to look the same.
I mean, well, you would think. But I'm with you. I was curious reading that whole article. Did the twins do this as a joke? Like, did she think she was sleeping with the same dude?
Could be.
Or was her goal to have both of them?
Yeah, it very well could be.
And because they were at separate occasions.
Huh. I don't know.
You think that's a bizarre story. Imagine you're a cop and you walk out to your squad car and you find a dead body in the back. A dead body that's already starting to decompose.
Wow. Now, that wasn't the MILF he was trying to get with, was it?
No. This is a completely different story. Clearly, Joe didn't read this article, but I mean, in California, Ochoa, I think is how you say it, California, A 37-year-old man found dead in the back of a police car, his decomposing body. So on March 26th, they found him. Now, you got questions, right?
Yes.
According to the police department, on March 20th, he got pulled over for DWI, and he got taken to jail. Now, he told the cops he only had one beer. Breathalyzer test had his blood alcohol level at nearly twice the legal limit. So he got arrested, suspicion of DUI and felony child endangerment because he had his kids in the back of the car. He got booked. He got released on March 23rd. And, there's video. He leaves the police headquarters, and somehow the back of the patrol car, the SUV, is unlocked. So he just climbed in, and he died.
Wow.
And nobody used that car for 3 days. So when the cop said, all right, you get assigned that patrol unit, he goes out to his car. There's a guy that's been there. What's even funnier, not funny, but
it's funny.
When he didn't show up home after he got out of jail, his family filed a missing persons report. He was at the police department the whole time.
Oh, my gosh. Well, he was easy to find.
Well, not really, because he was in the car for 3 days.
Oh.
I mean, and you watch the body cam footage from these cops, what the hell happened here?
Oh, I'm sure they're doing autopsy. The guy had a heart attack or something.
Well, I mean, they right now they have no idea what caused him to die, but when he left jail, he was fine. He walks out and gets in the back of a patrol car, and then 3 days later, he's found dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I mean,
that sucks. Big time.
Big time. Almost as much as the worst referee in baseball today, who had a blunder last night that really is, you've got to be effing kidding me.
Bowers, in and out of the glove of Williamson. Throws the first, it's wide. It's backed up by Fortes. That should be a base hit for Bowers.
And never did make a move towards second base. So he's safe. Heck of an effort by Williamson at second.
Runner did not touch first base and then was put out.
So the call from CB Buckner is that Jake Bowers missed first base and then was tagged out. Not that he made a move to second base and was tagged out, that he flat out missed the bag. And I think that is the horrendous call. Where is CB Buckner looking?
He's not even looking at it. Why would he even say that?
CB Buckner was not even looking at the play.
He stepped right on top of first base. I'm not sure what CB Buckner's looking at there. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'm really excited for him to have the plate tomorrow.
He's safe. Call's overturned. Milwaukee retains their challenge.
That's just a waste of time reviewing that.
At least review is available so you can get it right.
Yeah, no kidding. Everybody laughing at that call.
Kevin Cash is laughing. Look at Murph. Those two guys are laughing. I can't wait to see that text chain between those two guys.
Yeah. Both coaches were laughing, players were laughing because it was just so obvious. And when you watch the replay, CB Buckner wasn't even looking.
No.
And it was so clear and obvious. I mean, dude.
The guy, he landed right on top of the first base there. And I would have fired that dude on the spot. I guarantee he would have never umped another game in big league baseball ever again. I mean, that is just a ridiculous call. When you see something like that, that's almost as bad as the Saints game that day, that playoff game. When was that, 5-6 years ago, whenever that was?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just a blatant pass interference and wasn't called. And unbelievable. Now, look, I understand umpires, referees make mistakes. But goodness gracious, you make a mistake like that, that's just malpractice. That's horrible.
And as you heard the broadcast, because CB Buckner does have the reputation as the greatest referee umpire in baseball today, you can even hear the broadcaster, and he's going to be behind home plate tomorrow.
Well, today, and apparently he got hit in the face by a foul ball.
Yeah. They're trying to, does he got a concussion?
He probably called that a ball. It's a ball. Ball 3.
Well, at least there I could understand. I mean, he got hit in the head, man. I mean, not a good series for Mr. Buckner.
Dude, how do you even walk back out on that ballpark after you make a blunder that pathetic? That is just unbelievable. I don't get it. I don't understand it. He may have a concussion.
He left the game.
Pledge tells us because he got. That foul ball hit him flush in the mask. So, karma is a female dog, y'all. I'm telling you, it's exactly what it is, and that's what happened to that dude. Terrible, just absolutely terrible. Another mock draft is out today. This one courtesy of The Athletic, and has the Cowboys being very aggressive. We'll tell you all about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If pain is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We target the source of your pain for fast, lasting relief. No pain pills, no surgery. Most patients notice results in just one visit. We accept most insurance plans, so getting help is easy. Don't wait. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Been in a car wreck? Not sure what happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows, because Thomas J. Henry is one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. You deserve to get compensated for your injuries. You deserve a law firm that can take your case all the way to trial. You deserve justice. So don't settle for less than you deserve. Get Thomas J. Henry on your side. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Ready to celebrate? Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. Cowboys play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And music, doesn't he? Is that a Disney classic?
What is this, Pledge?
It's AJR.
Who?
AJR.
AJR. Who's that?
I have no
It's
idea.
pretty lame, actually. It sounds like a kid's cartoon music, doesn't it? I don't know. Well, you keep spinning the vinyl in there, Pledge. You know what I mean?
That's not vinyl.
Well, whatever it is, keep spinning it.
It's Adam, Jack, and Ryan.
Okay.
American pop band.
Huh.
Dude, they've been around since 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Alternative indie.
Sound like they've been around since the 1940s.
Dude. I don't know how this makes the playlist.
I'm not sure either, but
it feels like some sort of bad musical soundtrack.
It's awful. Okay.
You don't know the name of the song?
I don't.
That is the world's smallest violin.
Is that the name of the song?
Really? Are they Cowboy fans?
Wow. AJR. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Things I didn't need to know.
We give you everything here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
They have a song called Bang. How does that one sound? Oh, you
you
don't
gonna
have
ask
it
him
ready
to
to
play
go? Burn the house down and way less sad. Please stop.
That noise is a hell of a lot better than what we just heard, I promise you. Unbelievable. Now that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Yeah.
So this is Bang?
Wow. Yeah, I've heard that song.
I've heard this song.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was something called AJR.
AJR. How about that? We have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and it is a listener-derived poll. Who complains more? Yours truly, Joe Reinagle, or our good friend Rob Thompson? Right now, I'm a winner. I'm running away with this thing.
85%.
Wow. Well, I feel like a winner today.
And I'm guessing Kelly Thompson has one of the votes for Rob.
Maybe
And
so.
probably Jack, who doesn't know how to spell a name.
Well, isn't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to educate that young man. But that's okay. So anyway, go
Can
to
you
our...
imagine sending out save the dates for your wedding.
Mhm.
You know, all that fancy stuff that you have to do. And you misspell somebody's name.
Well, now, was it Jack or was it his fiance?
No, it was Jack.
You sure? Well, if I'm Jack, I'm blaming the fiance.
Based on the handwriting, it was Jack.
Uh-huh.
And even if it was the fiance, who I think she's really smart, although I question some things, she would double check. But not only did Jack Thompson misspell my name on my save the date, he misspelled Joe's name on his save the date.
Now, look, I'm kind of used to it. Mine gets... and
Still pisses you off, though.
and-
It gives you something to complain about.
Well, you see, I'm not complaining.
Not now.
And I've seen this spelling before, and it's most people do this. I'm not sure why. Maybe it just makes sense to them, but my name is spelled Reinagel. Well, everybody puts the L before the E.
Reinagli?
Yeah, whatever that is. But so that's what happened, Jack.
He misspelled it.
You know, I mean,
he left out an N in my name, and I just told him, I'll just leave off a 0 on the check.
Or misspell his name on the check. He won't be able to deposit it.
You take it with your phone. He will. Give him $10 instead of 100.
There you go. There you go. Cost him. That's okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave off a 0. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm happy for old Jack. Happy for Rob too. Getting a kid married off.
Although this kid's getting married during football season.
What does that say about Rob? I mean, do you teach that kid any better than that?
You know, I can't say anything because my kid wants a football season wedding as well, when and if that ever happens.
Why?
It's October. I don't know. Look, we all know as dudes, it's all about her. Not a single guy out there has grown up dreaming about their wedding date, right? You had 5 daughters. Did you dream about the day you get to walk them down the aisle? No.
No.
You just have to show up and not screw up, right? And
True.
write a check. Girls dream and think about that stuff. You know, mothers of the bride think about that.
Well, what's wrong with May or June?
Again.
April. I mean, you know.
What's wrong with just taking a bunch of money and going to Vegas or an island somewhere?
There's that.
There is that. And then have a party when you come back.
Uh-huh.
Like my neighbor, his kid's getting married next weekend, and they're worried about centerpieces.
Does Hal?
Hal, yeah.
Hal's got really? I didn't know he had a daughter that old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a son. Which is
Megan,
all right.
and Garrett getting married next Saturday. And he's telling me about centerpieces and I don't even recognize upstairs all the DIY stuff that they're doing, to the point where he's got to rent a U-Haul next week to take it all to the venue. And I'm like, and you know that's coming back. And then what are you going to do with it?
Well, congratulations, Hal.
Hal just needs to show up.
Yep. Look nice. See, that's going to be the bad part for you, Minix. You're going to actually have to wear a tuxedo.
Maybe.
No, you are.
I mean, I'll do what I got to do.
Or a tie.
I mean, and those are the kind of occasions you do it for, not just a random Tuesday going to work.
When did you ever wear a tie on a random Tuesday? Never.
Well, back in the Iguanas days, we were supposed to wear ties for the broadcast.
Ah,
Game
I see.
day. Game day. Yeah.
Game day. All right. Well, congrats, Jack. Work on that spelling, buddy.
Eagle fan says he's wearing a robe and drinking today.
Yeah, well, I highly doubt that's Eagle fan.
Well,
That's somebody.
Was that the fake?
Somebody
account?
impersonating.
I mean,
you know,
Eagle fan needs to be drinking today after the Dak Prescott type report that we got on your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, and the diva that he is inside that locker room.
Kitty, I just want to say one thing about the fakes on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. I worry about them because the comments are either I'm wearing a robe and drinking or I want to wrestle. And I'm not sure what that says about them.
That they want to wrestle while wearing a robe?
While wearing a robe. Now, is there anything on underneath that robe while you wrestle some other dude?
I mean, generally in a robe, the answer is no.
That's what
That's
I'm
why
saying.
you're wearing a robe.
So, I don't know if you guys are trying to be funny or just trying to help yourself out of the closet. Either way.
It would be like, what's her name's husband? the cross-dresser.
Christy Nome?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Did you see those photos?
Dude.
What the?
And he didn't mess around. He got some big old boobs out there. Holy cow. This guy. Woo.
I thought you were talking about Caitlyn Jenner.
No. You haven't seen this, Pledge?
I have not.
Dude, you got to Google image, although either he's got a weird nipple fetish or needs to adjust how those balloons are.
Well,
those photos were weird, man.
I mean, those were some big cans. I mean, I'm telling you. They were
that I could deal with to a degree, but those pink biker shorts that he was wearing, I could not. No, Pledge, you see these photos, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, it would never even get to that point,
No.
Pledge, I promise you.
No.
It was pretty bad. We were talking about talking about a mock draft that has the Cowboys getting pretty aggressive. Jerry Jones politicking for something in the NFL, and Roger Goodell, well, he was talking yesterday as well. We got all that coming up as we continue here on this hump day. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area. They have extended hours Monday through Saturday. On-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury. But best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we are live out at the TPC San Antonio course for the Valero Texas Open.
TPC, VTO, and NBA and NCAA. We have all the initials covered. We'll see you at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
Ready to celebrate? Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
Most of the time, La Playa sounds like this. For some, La Playa also sounds like this.
30.
the 20, the 10.
But no matter what, this is our playa. Corona, La Playa, awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Who's having a great day out there? We certainly are on this hump day. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And still a lot of news from the NFL, Minix, because of the owners' meetings that are taking place this week.
Owner meetings for sure. And obviously, Jerry Jones does want the 18-game regular season. And I say it that way because he says the people want it. And if the people want it, he called them ducks, you might as well feed them.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
Sure. But then he went on to say, hey, players, you're going to make more money.
Well, and that's it. And they will. And the league will make more money. But at what point is there too much expansion, whether it's number of teams or number of games? One of the things that makes the NFL so special is you get one game a week for 17 games or 18 games. At one point, it was 14. In my lifetime, most of my life that I can remember, it was always 16 games, and now it's 17. Then you get to 18. At some point, does it hurt the product because you have too much? I don't mind the idea of NFL football on the number of days. You know, they used to be Sunday and then one game on Monday, then they added in Thursdays, and now we're going to get some random Wednesdays in there, and I don't care. It's football. I'm going to watch it. But baseball, you can miss a week or two, catch up, and not miss anything. The NBA, the NBA tells you, don't even pay attention to us until Christmas, right? Now, they've tried to fix that with this in-season tournament thing, which
is ridiculous.
I mean, it hadn't caught on yet, but they're trying to get interest before Christmas. It's not there. But they tell you, but the NFL said, hang on, we're going to take Christmas too.
And they have.
And they're going to continue to do that. When do we pay attention to, say, college basketball? Around the tournament. You get a month. The NFL dominates. But if they continue to add to it, that makes the specialness of football, I think, a little bit watered down. All of us right now.
I don't think so at all.
I
don't think so at all, man. More football. Look, the football season's the shortest one of all of them. And we're always complaining because it's over before you know it. And I think adding another week, giving each team a couple of bye weeks, I think it's great. And
I mean,
they can expand it to 25 if they want to.
I wonder if that point it's too much. Months-wise, it's about the same as everybody, but you get fewer games, and fewer games make every game a must-see event. The NBA can't do that. Hockey can't do that. Baseball sure as hell can't do that. Football can. But at some point, all of us right now, if you're listening to this show, you're probably a pretty diehard football fan. And your wife, or even the ladies that are listening right now, you plan your life around a football schedule.
Sure.
But if you get up to 25 games, there's going to be some that you are just naturally going to have to miss. And you're going to be okay with that. But also, I wonder how much more money will they actually make in relative to the expanded rosters that you would have to have in order to do that. Because at some point, there would be rest games and there would be tanking games. If you've got a 3 or 4 game lead, now all of a sudden your starting quarterback is going to miss a game or two because they can rest them during the season.
So I'll just ask you the question, and maybe you're the wrong guy to ask. They go to 18 games. You're not going to miss a game. You're not going to miss one of them. And I have a feeling the majority of people are not going to either for a number of reasons. Depending on who's playing, you're watching the game. Still, football is always going to be, I want to say a party atmosphere, but it's going to be must-see TV. It's going to. And look, life happens, and you miss games because you miss games. I mean, that happens now.
No.
But of course it does.
When was the last time you missed a Cowboys game?
Well, I got to talk about it on the radio.
Okay.
But I'm talking about, and not just Cowboys. But who gives a damn whether it's Cowboys or a random Jacksonville, Indianapolis game? I'm watching it because I probably have something on it, but because of fantasy football, gambling, you just love watching the sport of football. I don't think anybody's going to get – I don't think it's going to be watered down at all, and I think the NFL knows it, and that's why they're expanding. That's why their European and South American stuff that they're doing, they're making a ton of money, just a ton of money. And I just don't think anybody's going to stop watching it. I don't.
And again, you and I, old dogs, we're not learning new tricks. We're just going to plan our lives around it. And then we can say it's our job, right? We've always been able to get away with, well, honey, I'm working. It's my job, right?
Sure.
But I do wonder at what point. And John Machota had a tweet earlier today from something Mark Cuban said in 2014 about, hogs got fat, got slaughtered. It was the NFL being too greedy. Now, I think Mark Cuban is still off on that, but at some point he might be right. At some point, give them what they want, At some point, you always want to leave them wanting more, don't you? Leave them, because every football game is an event. At some point, you add too many of them, and it becomes less of an event.
What do we do with the NFL? We talk about it year-round.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got the draft coming up. You got owners' meetings. You got the free agency period. You want to know who's going where and who's doing what and how the team is improving itself. And damn, I miss football. I wish it was back. And that's what everybody's saying right now. You've got the NBA playoffs, and we're going to be distracted here for a little while with the Spurs in the playoffs, and people are going to be distracted. But still, I guarantee you when it comes to the draft in April, you're going to be watching that because you want to see what happens and who's going where and who's doing what. Then you're going to have OTAs. You're going to have rookie mini camps. And all of that's going to happen, and you're going to want to know what's going on because football is a year-round sport. And I just don't think there is going to come a time at any point in time. I'm not advocating, obviously, for 25 games, but I think adding another game is not going to hurt this sport at all. It's going to just strengthen it even more, and people are going to love it, and they're going to watch it.
I do agree. Like, in our lifetimes, it's there. But you wonder, at what point is too much? At what point, if you have a 25 games. Did you say 25 games? So you start, I don't know,
that's not going to happen.
August, and we're ending in March, and you're starting quarterback gets an ACL injury in week 2, and now you got 23 weeks of hell?
Yeah, but then he could come back or another star.
Year-round, it's hard enough to find 32 guys that can play high-level NFL quarterback. I don't mind going to 18 games, but I think that's probably where they need to cap it and leave them wanting more. I just as much as I love football, at some point, it can't be year round. Now,
could be as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I mean, and again, though, I do think to a degree the NFL is the NFL. If they can ever get some of these spring leagues to that level to where there is interest to where we can watch year-round but not from the same league, as a football fan, as much as I said I wouldn't watch the UFL because they screwed San Antonio, I was watching a game the other night because it's football.
Well, I get that, but I don't give a damn about the spring leagues because it's just not the same. I could care less about watching spring league football.
Into that,
well,
that's where they need to get.
How are they going to get there? They have tried forever to make spring leagues viable, and how many have cratered because the interest is just not there, or the money's just not there. And I get these players, and to have a developmental league, that's great. But I think that's what college football is turning into now. With the NIL, it's basically pro football. I just don't see these spring leagues doing it. You talk about now, if it was the NFL, I think maybe it's different if they're playing in the spring. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I just don't. It's not the same quality of football. As much as they try to bill it as that, the gunslingers love that. Because it's different. It's not the NFL. It's something different. It's a different spin on the game of football. And to me, that's interesting and that's exciting. But you get the UFL out there, and they're trying to be the NFL, and it's just not.
Well, see, that's it. They're not trying to be the NFL but it is outdoor football, and guys that are trying to get to the league, they're a step away from the league, or they were in the league and they're trying to work their way back. And not only if the NFL and one of the spring leagues would have a true developmental process like minor league baseball, it would get better. The biggest problem, at least when the Alliance was here, and you could have conversations like this on air with Daryl Johnston, insurance was one of the biggest issues in trying to create some sort of loaning of players or true developmental league. They work a lot together, but one area that really could benefit the NFL by partnering with the UFL or one of these spring leagues, not only player development, but referee development. Roger Goodell was talking about that yesterday. In fact, because they have this issue with the union and the referees union and what they're going to do. Roger Goodell said that their number one priority is getting it right.
Listen, our number one objective is to improve officiating. We think we owe that to the game. We think we owe it to our players, coaches, and our fans. And so that's what we're focused on. We did, in the last agreement before COVID, have an opportunity to hire some officials full-time. I think it was about a dozen. We didn't see any difference in their performance by being full-time, but there are benefits to being able to work with officials. And one of the issues we have in part of our negotiations on accountability and performance is when an official is not performing at the highest level or a level that we think is acceptable at the NFL, is to be able to work with them and to train them and to give them more opportunities to get better ultimately. And we can't do that in some cases. There's a blackout period, as an example. We can't touch them until May and be able to have those opportunities. So those are the types of things that we're looking to do to try to make sure we're improving officiating and improving the performance. I've been very positive about our officials. They do an extraordinary job under extraordinary circumstances, but we can still get better. And we've been very clear about that. And we know that we can take officials who aren't performing at that level and either work with them to get better or find other officials who can do it.
And I don't know, that may be harder than anything is finding that can. We sit here and we criticize the refs, and rightly so in a lot of respects. But think about what those men have to do week in and week out and how fast the game of football moves. And I would say they get it right more times than not.
They do.
But there are plays that turn a game or cost the game, and that's what we focus on. And again, rightly so. But look, I have a lot of respect for NFL referees, and I think the fact that the NFL may be starting to come around to some of the technology that is available out there, and you talk about the spring leagues, the stuff that they use, maybe incorporate some of that stuff, and it would make people feel a little bit better. But I think for the most part, referees in all sports do a hell of a job because they got a really hard job to do.
In some ways, impossible. But the fact that Roger Goodell just said, and I had not heard him say it that way before, if I had, it didn't stick. The referees that they've hired full-time, they haven't really noticed any improvement. And I didn't know there was a blackout period where they couldn't talk to them and work with them. So I didn't know that either. I don't know all the ins and outs of what it is to be an NFL referee. I know a lot of them have other jobs. You talk to some of these guys, and I don't care if you're talking about an NFL ref, a ref that works big college football, small college football, or these high school refs. They do want to get it right. They do it because it's a love of the game. They can't play, but they can still be a part of it. Even the guys that are a little out of shape holding the chains. I mean, they just want to be a part of it, but they all want to get it right. The refs do when you talk to these guys. And they take a lot of crap from coaches, from players, from fans. More power to you. We need more referees, but the scrutiny that comes with that job, whew. But I was a little surprised to hear Roger say, yeah, man, the ones we hired full-time, it's not like we've noticed they're any better.
Which is interesting because, as he said, they're training them up, and the others they can't touch until May. And I think the NFL tries to do a good job of coaching these guys up and making sure that they are the best and going out to training camps. We see them out there, officiating training camp play so players can get used to the new rules and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's an ongoing thing, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But the NFL right now, at this moment in time and for the foreseeable future, is a monster.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Adriel, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Real quick before I say my topic, I just wanted to say, like a few years ago, I was going through some family issues and mental health and stuff, and you guys were church to me every day, so I appreciate that, and things are going a lot better. So
well, good. I'm happy to hear that.
Glad to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I know we always like to make fun of Joe, but I was just thinking right now when Jason was saying about extending the football season, and Joe was like, no, unlimited football. I think it's going to be hilarious when we get to 20-something weeks and Patrick Mahomes says on Thursday he's taking the day off because they have a 4-game lead, and Joe's going to be like, these are professional athletes. Why are they taking time off?
You damn right, Adriel. I will say that, buddy. You can count on it.
I need you to close the door. No, I'm just kidding. I thought of that right away, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate everything you guys do every day.
Thank you, man. We appreciate
that, man.
you.
That means a lot.
We appreciate
it really does.
Absolutely. And if you can vote on our poll if you want to. San Antonio Sports Star, go there and vote. It's a simple question. Who complains more? Me, Joe Reinagel, or one Rob Thompson of the Morning Huddle? And I don't know how Rob got involved in all of this because I guess I don't listen to enough of the show in the morning to hear him complain a whole heck of a lot, but apparently he does.
I mean, straight poll question from a listener.
That's exactly what it is. So go there and vote in our poll, and you can decide. Right now, I'm running away with it, which
no surprise.
Damn it!
You got to win something.
About that.
You don't win a bracket challenge. You don't win a beer bet, but you can win a poll about complaining.
Well, there you go. See,
When the ducks quack, feed them.
We got a lot more to do on this hump day. Stick around, including some tickets to give away. Can we do that right now? Why don't we do it? We got 2 pair of tickets to give away to the Valero Texas Open.
So let's give away one pair.
One pair.
One pair right now.
One pair right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Caller number what?
Let's see. How much are you leading the poll by?
A lot. Pledge doesn't have that much time.
He doesn't.
Wow.
Wow.
Was it 85% to 15 or something like that?
Well, mine's now 77 to 23.
Well, there you go. Rob's catching up. There's still hope for Rob.
You got some fans out there that, bitch right along with you. Caller number 12, you're going to go. And keep in mind, it's Easter Sunday. So if you can't go, don't call in to win. If you can go on Easter Sunday, caller 12, you're going to the Valero, Texas Open.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Good luck. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, the one thing that I love to do when I watch golf, and I'm going to be watching a lot of golf this week, and obviously next week with the Masters coming up, it always gives me the itch to get out and play golf. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. You watch those guys play, they make it look so easy, and, well, you want to get out on the course and kind of strut your stuff. The best place to do that is out at the Golf Club of Texas. Oh, my goodness, we were out there for our golf tournament on Monday. That golf course is in great shape. I'm going to tell you what, it has never looked better than it does right now. They have made so many improvements to that golf course. If you haven't been out there lately, you have not been out there. You won't recognize the place with all the good stuff they have done to that golf course. And then when you get out there, make sure you bring your appetite along with you because, well, you got the Tin Cup Bar and Grill. We were out there for that too. And I love seeing that huge bar that they have out there. They can make you any kind of cocktail that you want. They've got anything there you want. They've got a huge selection of ice-cold beer that you can either drink there in the Tin Cup Bar and Grill or you can take it with you on the golf course and enjoy it out there. It is just a fabulous place to go. And the food is outstanding as well. So make sure you bring your appetite. And look, if you're not going out there to play golf and you're just looking for a great place to go eat, have a few drinks, the Tin Cup Bar and Grill at the Golf Club of Texas is a place to do it because you're going to go out there, have a lot of fun, and you're not going to break the bank. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it is for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, how about your next tournament? Go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this. But I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000 in just 3 minutes.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be challenged and they can be reduced. But instead of filing a tax grievance yourself, Ownwell does it all for you with a combination of local experts and cutting-edge technology. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of homeowners and put money back in their pocket. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 35%. And that's only if you save.
Now I never stress about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Meet iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty, all-powerful A19 chip. And Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this. And this. and a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2x optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits, and double the starting storage of iPhone 16e, and long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence, and you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories, and a whole lot more, all for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at Verizon today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Every day you wait, pain has one more day to take from you. If it's keeping you from work, workouts, sleep, or just feeling like yourself, it's time to fix it. At Arasti, we find the root cause and treat it. No pills, no surgery. Most patients feel better in just one visit. Covered by most insurance plans, visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by HEB, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Major League Baseball this afternoon. It's Baltimore over Texas out in Baltimore by a score of 8-3. Houston Astros, though, they get the win this afternoon over the Boston Red Sox. They win it by a score of 6-4. San Antonio Spurs return to action, riding a 9-game win streak tonight. They'll be starting a 3-game road trip. It opens up with the Golden State Warriors. Tip-off set for 9 o'clock. It will be televised on ESPN.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Happy
I
hump
love
day,
that
everybody.
camel.
I do, actually. Love that guy. He never complains about anything.
The camel or the
that's right.
Reinagel?
No, the camel. He just says, hump day.
But he complains that he has to say it all the time.
Well, you know, he's so good at it. Everybody wants him to. It's an encore kind of thing.
Encore.
That's right. That's right. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And, you know, we got this poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Minix, about who complains more, me or Rob Thompson. And, yeah, I'm getting Corey here says there's no question that I complain more.
No question.
No question.
No question whatsoever.
There's not even any question about who complains more. It's me. I don't understand, Corey. I don't complain that much, do I?
Yes.
No, come on.
I mean, you complain about how much you're complaining.
Well, somebody's got to do it. What the heck?
78-22.
All right. It's getting closer.
Which is sad.
It's getting
because when it was 90-10, I thought it was pretty spot on.
We'll see. Apparently, Rob complains a little bit on the morning show.
I've known Rob Thompson a long time, not near as long as I've known you.
Uh-huh.
But I don't look at Rob or think Rob is a complainer.
Well, but do you sit there and listen to the morning huddle for 4 hours a day?
I do not.
Well, there you go.
Rob's person. You listen 4 hours a day? Hell, I don't even listen to this show 4 hours a day, and I'm on it. I tune out the complaining.
Rob may have an alter personality, a split personality that when the microphone goes on.
Although that was a poll question from a listener.
It was.
I mean, like if it were you and AJ, that would make sense. He complains about a lot of stuff.
Does he really?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't know that. Although, I listen to those guys. It's just briefly, like driving to the gym and driving home.
Yep.
Then usually that's enough.
Because of the complaining?
No.
Or the cat?
Well, geez.
Maybe that's what Rob complains about that damn cat.
Well, he should complain about that
he
damn
bought
cat.
it.
He really should complain about that. No, Rob and AJ, Morning Huddle, they get you started at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Double dingers.
Tune in, or dongs. I like dinger or dong. Has anybody hit 2 dingers for the Texas Rangers yet in one game?
No.
No, but we had a winner last night.
We had a winner last night, so somebody hit 2 home runs.
Somebody hit one.
One.
Oh,
so one home run, gotcha. You get tickets to the game.
Okay, gotcha.
2 dongs, you get not only tickets but a hotel.
Well, what about today, Pledge? I mean, the Rangers, they only scored 3 runs. Any one of those a dong?
No telling, but the guy that
there's a box score.
The guy that guessed the player.
Uh-huh. Oh, you got to guess the player.
Yeah, you got to guess the player that's going to hit the home run.
Oh, wow.
But it could be for either team, right? So, like today, they were playing Baltimore. Couldn't you guess a Baltimore player?
Well, the problem was they guessed a Houston Astro.
My gosh.
Wait.
Christian Walker.
Wait.
It's got to be a Ranger.
It's got to be in the
Rangers.
Rangers.
It's got to be a Ranger.
Game.
Yeah.
So it has to be a Ranger?
I believe it has to be a Ranger.
See, I thought I heard AJ say that it just had to be in the game. It could be somebody for the opposing team. Are there rules to this? So if
apparently not.
I mean, because I know the Astros finished off their sweep of those sucky Boston Red Sox today. So he called in. If whoever it was, if that dude hit a home run in another game, he's not going to win tickets.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
I don't care if that's how it's supposed to work, but can it work that way?
No. It's got to be a Texas Ranger.
Well, it's guess who's hitting the home run.
He didn't hit a home run anyway.
Corey Seager hit one today. Anybody guess him?
The one that won yesterday guessed. Actually, every guess up until today has been Corey Seager.
Well, of course, that makes sense.
It makes sense. He hit one today. So if you guessed Corey Seager today, guess what? He got one.
Well, they didn't.
But if I would have guessed Carlos Correa, I wouldn't win.
No.
He hit a home run today.
Well, he plays for Baltimore.
No, he plays for the Astros.
Well, he plays for the Astros.
I would just keep guessing Shohei Ohtani if that was the case.
Well, exactly. So that it's got to be a Texas. We're the Ranger affiliate, Minix, as you know.
We are?
Yes. So that's why we're doing the Ranger Dinger. I like Dinger or Dong. So Corey Seager would have been a winner today.
Would have been.
But
nobody guessed him today?
Nobody guessed Seager, no.
So when the guy calls in to guess, if he picks the wrong player, the wrong team,
he loses.
I'm not babysitting him.
He loses.
Well, do they do this on the air? Does AJ call him out? Does Rob call him out? Or does Vic just take a name and
takes a name and
because trust me,
caller
Vic,
number, whatever, you take a name and
Vic has no idea. No.
Well, obviously that makes 2 of us.
Well, as Edwin this morning, he told me he picked a guy that wasn't even.
Well, why didn't Edwin fix it?
Well, nobody's fixing it. If you're dumb enough to do that,
you
don't deserve to win.
See, now, hang on. Now, I don't know who did this. I don't know. Were they clear enough in the rules, or are you just picking who's going to hit a home run today to try to win Ranger tickets? Maybe that's why the guy picked the Astro player. Not that he was dumb and didn't know who's on the team. He just wasn't clear on the rules because they weren't clear in giving out the proper rules. I don't know that. I'm defending the listener.
You're winning Ranger tickets. Why would an Astro hitting a home run win you Ranger tickets?
We just gave away Texas Open tickets. Doesn't mean that we gave them to a scratch golfer.
Well, no, but nobody had to guess that.
Well, I'm just saying. When you hear the promo, does it say Texas Ranger player or guess who's hitting a home run today?
Well, that's a good question.
Now, the guy that picked Walker, he didn't hit a home run today. Are you listening? Oh, you're listening. Play it on the air. What the hell? I mean, we're trying to help out the morning guys.
Because they need a little help.
They need a lot of help.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line.
Okay.
On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday.
Play ball.
Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits.
Well, see, but I heard AJ the other day say it didn't matter as long as it was in the game.
Well, that's
expect AJ to
What do
know?
you expect?
Well, again, that's why there's confusion amongst the listeners.
It's written on V promo.
Well, who reads that?
I can stop making them.
No. V promos is what we call the sheets that Pledge gives us with all the stuff that we read. The station reads, like the Blitz live at the Roo Pub on Monday for the national championship game.
Wow. Well, it's pretty clear by the promo. So, look, from now on, if you're listening to this and you happen to listen to the morning show and you want to participate in the double dinger giveaway, it is a Texas Ranger player. Okay, don't pick an Astro. Don't pick a Cardinal. Don't pick a Boston Red Sox.
Definitely don't pick a Cardinal.
I mean, dude, they're in extra innings with the Mets right now. If they win now, they're 4-2.
Be the high mark of the season.
Well, it might be, but it's they're 4-2. Well, they're 3-2 right now, but we'll see.
Don't let facts get in the way of anything.
Works. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not that difficult, folks. Ranger tickets typically would be associated with Ranger players. So just keep that in your mind, and there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick anybody else. So if you go with Corey Seager, he's a pretty good chance. How about Josh Young?
Have you seen him hitting lately?
Well,
I wouldn't pick Josh Young.
He's way down in the lineup these days, but he had a couple of hits today. No dingers, but he had a couple of hits.
His bat needs to come around in a big way.
Well, it does. But Rangers.
Did I tell you the Astros swept the Red Sox?
Well, that's great. Who cares?
I do.
Well, good. What's their record?
5-2.
Okay.
The Red Sox 1-5.
The Red Sox are going to St. Louis here pretty soon.
You might get a win.
It's very possible. Just in case you're wondering.
Can't wait for the Astros to.
Mets and the Cardinals are in the top of the 11th. They're tied 1-1.
Nobody cares, but I know the Astros and Cardinals play in a couple weeks down in Houston.
They do.
They do.
We should go see that.
You want to go? You want to go to a Houston game?
I think we should.
I think you should too.
I'd love to.
Can I wear Cardinal gear? Or are they gonna make me change clothes?
We wouldn't be in the same area. You can wear what you want. I mean,
very true.
Just saying. Not the same access.
Well, that's all right.
At an Astros game as in a Ranger, but that would be a lot of fun.
That would be a blast.
Look, I just need to see the Astros beat the Cardinals because, that moonshot from Albert Pujols still hasn't landed. So anytime the Astros can beat the Cardinals, there's a sense of revenge, even though it's nowhere near the same meaning.
Yeah, well, you let that help you sleep tonight, Minix.
Well, other things are going to help me sleep tonight.
I'm sure that's the case. 444-4444. Sweet. You had an accident. You got hurt. Mm-hmm. There you go. Or call Jason Thompson. There you go.
Could do that.
Jason Thompson will help you out. Mm-hmm. I promise you that. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. All right, when we continue, the Spurs start a
You're the key witness.
3-game road trip tonight at Golden State. Anything to worry about with the Warriors? I don't think so, but we'll talk about it anyway when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, I got to tell you and brag a little bit about my Connecticut Quality Water Softener. I love this thing. If you listen to the show, you know I do. Had it in my house now for several months, and I tell you what, I am just some things you put in your house, you just happier than others. This is one of them. It is all as advertised. Everything Connecticut says this water softener does, it does. It is incredible. And I was a skeptic. I said, there's no way it could be any better than anything else I've ever had. It's head and shoulders better than anything else I have ever had. And the cherry on top is the reverse osmosis drinking station that you get for free when you buy a Connecticut Quality Water Softener. How does that benefit you? Well, I know, and I can see you right now, traveling home from your favorite grocery store, bringing that bunch of bottled water into your house and carrying that thing and unplugging it and put it in the refrigerator. And then you got the mess of the bottled water. You don't have that anymore with the reverse osmosis drinking station. It's right there at your kitchen sink. You just fill up a glass and go on about your way. Not to mention the fact that Connecticut is still giving you free money. 0% interest for 12 months. That is an incredible deal. Don't wait any longer. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and South Texas, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we are live out at the TPC San Antonio course for the Valero Texas Open.
TPC, VTO, and NBA, and NCAA. We have all the initials covered. We'll see you at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe.
Pretty impressive there by Rob Thompson with all the initials, if you heard that promo.
Absolutely. The VTO at the TPC, NBA, NCAA, and big news out of the NCAA tournament, especially if you've got Michigan winning it all, J-O-E.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Their solid point guard, Elliot Cadeau, apparently receiving medical attention for a possible allergic reaction before traveling to Indianapolis for the Final Four.
He'll be fine.
Doctors evaluated Elliott. He is fine. Out of abundance of caution.
He's fine.
He is receiving medical supervision and will be traveling to Indianapolis later today. The way that reads, maybe not with the team.
That's all right. They'll get him there. He'll be fine.
You think?
It's Wednesday. They don't play till Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday night. They're going to give him a couple shots, and he'll be fine.
Couple of shots.
Rub some dirt on it.
It's an allergic reaction.
Well, rub some dirt on it. It cures everything. Even allergic reactions.
Really?
Sure.
Really?
I'm not worried about it. Allergic reaction to what, I wonder?
It's April 1st, though. When I first saw that, I was like, yeah, but this is now like all over all the majors.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
We'll show those Arizona kids what's up in Michigan.
Cannot wait. Saturday night's going to be so good.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. Yeah, no doubt about it. Apparently, and I've seen this a lot on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Jason, the Artemis 2 is going to be lifting off in about an hour from now. Now, the Artemis 2, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is it's not Elon Musk. It's the other guy, the Virgin Atlantic guy.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure?
I do. Branson.
I think so. I think that's who it is. I know it's not Elon Musk, but it's the other guy. And I saw something. I don't know if it's this guy or Musk, but they're going back now to give you rides into space. $750,000 is what it cost you.
Well, how long is the ride?
Well, you go up in space, you kind of hang out there weightless for a minute, and then you come back. So it's just a couple hours maybe? I don't know how long it takes to get to space and be weightless.
They probably can develop rooms a lot cheaper than that. You just wouldn't be in space if you want to be weightless. I don't know. I mean, the one guy that I know that could afford to do something like that and would probably like to go somewhere for his privacy is one Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
who is going far away for his treatment. He got approval to travel out of the country to receive care, citing privacy as the main reason. His attorney, Douglas Duncan, said that Tiger was looking to leave America to begin comprehensive inpatient treatment. Based upon the defendant's treating physician, the out-of-country treatment facility recommendation is based upon the defendant's complex clinical presentation and the urgent need for a level of care that cannot safely or effectively be done within the United States. So they're going to let him go.
You know, without sounding like I'm complaining,
but
if it was you, me, or Pledge, there's no way in hell we would be allowed to do that.
No. Tiger's team promises he'll be ready and present for any future court dates. He's waived his appearance at a preliminary hearing. Isn't his yacht called Privacy?
I have no idea if it is or not.
Pledge is nodding yes. He won't hire a driver because of privacy. What the hell is this guy actually doing? To where, I mean, honestly, what are you doing where you can't hire a staff, pay them well, get non-disclosures? Now, I get if he were in an inpatient treatment facility in the U.S., but aren't there all those rich ones that they go to where like all the Hollywood types go to? I don't want to say it's the who's who, but, you know, where was that place Charlie Sheen went to? He talked about that quite a bit when during that weird documentary on Netflix that he had.
Not sure it worked too well for him, did it? He went back a few times.
I mean,
that dude, when you're getting turned down by the cartel for cocaine, you got a problem. I mean, my goodness.
I just honestly, does he have staff at the house?
I'm sure he does.
All right, but he won't hire a driver for privacy. Where in the hell is he going and what is he doing that he's that concerned? But again, you're Tiger Woods. Anywhere you go, somebody's going to know who you are. Is there a place on this planet, a treatment facility on this planet that he can go to where privacy is going to be taken care of.
I'm sure there is. For some of these celebrities, if you pay enough money, I would assume that they're going to make sure the paparazzi are not around. And I mean,
TMZ has people everywhere.
Well, this is true, but some of these places, if you pay enough money, I have to believe that they're not going to allow.
And you don't think there's a place like that in Miami?
Well, you would think so,
right,
or somewhere in the.
But the judge is like, yeah,
continental
okay.
United States.
Pick. All right, you're going to pick your fancy island or country. All right, yeah, you can go do that. You're right, because nobody else would be allowed that.
Nobody. They wouldn't allow just an average Joe to leave the country for treatment like that for privacy reasons. I don't want anybody taking my picture.
That's not true.
Well, not that they would, but I'm just saying. And I get it. He's Tiger Woods. But, I mean, so if it's, I don't know, let's pick somebody else. Say it was Jordan Spieth. And he did the same thing. Would they allow him to just travel off to some foreign land?
Maybe because he's rich.
I don't know.
I mean, but I don't know. I'm just, dude, for privacy reasons. If you had said, the best treatment facility for him is here, and that's why he's going. But for there's enough of those exclusive type places that he could probably go get the treatment. I'm more curious though if you're on all that pain medication because of all the surgeries, what are you taking to feel okay and not be in pain while you're trying to kick the habit of drugs?
Well, I would assume, now I'm just assuming, that they have doctors and stuff there wherever he's going on staff that will give him something to ease the pain. But you're right. I don't know. I mean, when you get out of there, you're still going to be in pain.
You're still going to be in pain.
They're not going to fix you where you're not in pain. So I don't know. That's a great question, unless they've got something there that's not addictive. But, I mean.
And you're Tiger. Don't you just get on the yacht called privacy, float out, and have the doctor on the boat?
Well, I would think so. Sounds like a perfectly good solution to me.
But even then, you have a crew that's going to see what you're doing. And I don't get it.
And TMZ can sail out there with you.
Oh, dude, now they could just drone.
Right, drone.
Fly drones.
They can do all of that stuff.
The TMZ sub.
By the way, just to correct the record, and Pledge did it, and there are several people on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. This is a NASA project. It's not personally funded. So the Artemis 2, if it lifts off to that, I mean, you never know about the weather.
Are we going to the moon?
I don't know if we're going.
Are there people on this?
Yes, this is a 4-man crew that is going.
There's 3 men and 1 woman. Pledge. Sorry. Get it right, all right?
It's a 4-person crew that is doing a lunar path around. They are not landing on the moon. This is just to test equipment on the way around so that they can then go land on the moon again.
Oh, very cool.
They're going to circle the moon is what they're going to do.
How long are they gone?
I have no idea.
10 days?
I don't know how long does it take to get to the moon.
I've never been.
Well, I haven't either.
GPS.
I have. You think you plug that in?
Pretty sure that's what they do.
The moon. 78331.
It's over yonder. Keep going. It's a 10-day trip. So at what time is it supposed to take off?
Like
5:30
our time. Yes, 5:30 our time.
Are we going to make it?
Depends on the weather. They always calling that stuff off real quick.
Dude, during COVID, we went down to Florida to watch a space launch, and it got canceled.
Yeah, so you never know.
We went to Florida for dinner.
Because the weather has to be perfect.
Yep.
I mean, it does. You can't have anything coming in or anything else like that. So,
cool. I hope they go.
Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. A lot of stuff written about him lately, and today a hit piece, basically, on ESPN. The unfortunate thing is it sounds like it's all true. Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, we're talking about him and some potential problems there with the Philadelphia Eagles when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We've been talking a lot about the Spurs game tonight, taking on the Golden State Warriors. They've got the LA Clippers tomorrow night. You got the NCAA basketball this weekend, Saturday. And the perfect place to go watch all of that stuff is the new sports watching destination in San Antonio. That is Novo Brewery. Novo Brewery. It's attached there to North Star Mall. And when I say attached, it's got its own entrance. So you don't have to go through the mall to get to it. All right, you just park in the parking lot. You see the door right there. You go right in. They're open late hours. They're not with the mall's hours. So if the mall closes at a certain time, don't worry about it. Novo Brewery is going to stay open longer than that. It's a perfect place to watch sports. They've got 8 massive LED screens, over 80 feet of LED video walls, and the food is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Anything from wings to burgers to ribeye steaks. They have got it all, and all of it is just simply outstanding. Not to mention the fact they've got 60 craft beers. They've got domestic beer on tap as well, a huge selection of that, and more beer in bottles and cans. And they've got kombucha on draft, the hard kombucha on draft. Good stuff. It is a great place to go to watch the games. You can take your family. They've got a kids area there. So it's just a perfect place to venture out, watch the game, let the kids play. If mom wants to go shopping, she can do that. Whatever the case is, head out to Novo Brewery. It is a great place. Once you're out there once, you will want to go back again and again and again. Very first location in Texas. You want to check them out before you go? You can do that. NovoBrew.com. That's N-O-V-O Brew.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Back here on a Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're having a good one, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Thanks for spending some time with us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix. And what kind of a, I hate to say hit piece because I'm not sure it's exactly a hit piece. It's just, well, what they consider the truth.
You know, when you think about a Jalen Hurts future in Philadelphia story coming right out of the owners' meetings, although it feels like this has been worked on for a while. And it is a hit piece. A lot of criticism of one Jalen Hurts. Been to 2 Super Bowls. He's been a Super Bowl MVP. He's had a gazillion offensive coordinators since he's been in the NFL, but he's apparently resistant to coaching changes. He apparently changes plays on his own. We've heard a lot about somebody else that does that a lot. Body language, leadership skills, not necessarily there. Doesn't buy in. Coming off of a down year offensively. The year before, Saquon Barkley did a gazillion things and ran for 2,000 yards. They won a Super Bowl. This year, they struggled offensively. And a lot of the heat has been on A.J. Brown. His body language, their relationship apparently sour. But the one thing when I was reading this is ESPN cites multiple sources within the organization.
12, I believe.
So when you think about multiple, this source, another source, I mean, how bad is it where you're getting multiple sources? Not one, not two. There was one report that suggests there were 12, although ESPN in their article that I read, because it is reading War and Peace. I mean, that's a long read. I mean, if you're reading that on the toilet, your legs are numb long before you're close to being finished with the article. The idea really does talk about just how possibly toxic it is in that locker room, within that organization, an organization, quite frankly, that has a reputation as being a well-run organization, a great general manager. Say what you want about their coach, but guy has won a lot of football games since he has been there.
Well, they have. Part of the problem with A.J. Brown, the way I understand it and the way this article reads, is that he's the one who's kind of speaking up. So everybody's on him or saying some things, or his body language, or whatever the case may be, but his disdain is with Jalen Hurts. And so that's why he wants the hell out of there, I think. I mean, I can speculate on that. He wants to get out of there. He wants to go somewhere else. Not a big fan of his quarterback. The one thing that this article says that I find interesting, and look, every quarterback's got weaknesses and strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen doesn't like to go under center.
Nope.
He prefers the shotgun each and every time. Well, the Eagles, throughout, whether it was Kellen Moore or the last offensive coordinator, had some plays designed where he starts under center. And they call the play, and Jalen just wouldn't do it, according to this article. He would just do what he wanted to do and not run the play that was called. I find this very interesting, and you got to wonder, despite the success that Jalen Hurts has had as the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, how much longer is he going to be in Philadelphia? And if he leaves, Jason, here's a question. How many teams would be ready to scoop him up?
I think a bunch of teams would scoop him up because you're going to know what you're getting. There are some things in this article because we do know he's had to learn a lot of different offenses. And going under center, you think about the tush push, but you're right, they don't run a lot under center, and that makes it hard to disguise. He also apparently doesn't like to have a lot of motion. Offensive coordinators, including Kellen Moore, according to this article, although Kellen Moore is not quoted in there, I don't know if he is one of the sources, although the way it reads, I doubt it because they're talking about people that are currently in the building, not formally in the building. But when you look at the amount of motion that Kellen Moore was able to run with Jalen Hurts when he was the OC versus what he ran last year as OC and head coach in New Orleans, and then the low number of motion that they ran last year in Philadelphia, does beg the question, all right, they must not be able to run certain things that Jalen Hurts is not comfortable with. They also say that the staff has been too many yes men around him. They need a coach in there that will challenge him, which I find interesting.
Well, I find it interesting too, but what do you do, honestly, if you're a coach and they've got a brand new offensive coordinator this year? And how do you come in there and challenge the starting quarterback? And look, if you're calling a play and even he says okay and he changes everything before the play is run, what do you do at that point in time? Especially if whatever Hurts is calling or does is successful.
Well, what I'm curious of, because Sean Mannion is going to be the new play caller, and he hasn't been a coach for very long.
No.
Now, you think about
former quarterback, though.
Yeah, former quarterback. But, Shane Steichen, they went to the Super Bowl. He went and became the head coach of the Colts. And then Brian Johnson was the coordinator. He got fired. He's now an senior offensive assistant with the Rams. He's with Sean McVay.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen Moore, he's now the head coach of New Orleans. Kevin Petula, who, man, they just wanted to torch his house in Philadelphia. He's the passing game coordinator with the Miami Dolphins. So it's not like these guys haven't been able to go find work elsewhere after not having success with Philadelphia, but we question that offense a lot. And Kevin Petula was the fall guy last year, where it really kind of seems like, is it more on the quarterback? Now, there is that coach-player dynamic. We've heard about this stuff with, say, Aaron Rodgers just changing the play. If he didn't like a play, he would dirt a ball. Is Jalen Hurts at that level? But as a coach, don't you run plays that your team can execute? At some point, though, as a player, don't you have to run stuff that the coach is calling because the coach is calling it for a reason and he thinks you can execute it? You hear these meetings that take place all week long in the practices. What makes the play sheet and what doesn't? You rep it in practice, and it's going to be a part of the game plan. So when it comes up in the game, you're going to run that. I mean, you don't go into every game with your entire playbook. You have stuff specific for your opponent and situational football.
Well, there's one example that is spotlighted in this article that I guess Jalen was asked by Sirianni what play he wanted to run. And it was a play, apparently, according to this article, that the defense knew exactly what was coming. I mean, they did.
And vertical.
Exactly. And so it's stuff like that. And Jalen, the quarterback, and a quarterback should have some say-so. I'm not saying he shouldn't. A good quarterback should have some say-so in what's going on. But if you've got an offensive coordinator for a reason, and you got to mix things up. This is the National Football League. I mean, these guys are not easily fooled, and they know things. Obviously, that defense knows looks. They know what you're doing, and they know if they've seen it before. And obviously, they had seen this play before, and, well, it failed miserably. So, I mean, at some point in time as a quarterback, you've got to adjust as well. I mean, this is not high school. It's not college. It's the National Football League. Okay? If you can't do everything you're being asked to do, to me, that's a problem.
When I think about locker room drama and buy-in, if your quarterback isn't buying in, and by all accounts reading this article, and quite frankly, everything that we saw last year, Jalen Hurts didn't buy in. And if you don't have buy-in from your quarterback, you're screwed, right? If you've got a receiver that's not on the same page or somebody else, there's things that you can do to game plan around. But if your quarterback isn't buying in, that's a big problem, and that's kind of what this article is suggesting. You know, you go back a couple of years, and they had that great start, and then everything fell apart.
Yeah.
And then with Kellen Moore, they were able to go win a Super Bowl. But Kellen Moore seemed to adjust more to Jalen Hurts, even though they butted heads apparently a lot. And Kellen Moore is a much stronger coach than I think he gets credit for, including for me, little Kellen Moore. But we saw him in Dallas a lot, not only as a player, but as a coach. And the reason he became the offensive coordinator because of his ideas and his creativity. And if his quarterback isn't buying in, man, that ship is sunk, even though they've still been good and competitive. But at some point, do you move on? And, you know, I think an example would be Aaron Rodgers. At some point, he was trying to run too much, and the coaching staff had enough, and they decided to move on.
It looks like it's headed that way with Jalen Hurts. Now, I think we're a little ways away from that, but it looks like it. And I think A.J. Brown's going to be gone before the season begins. I think it's going to be a trade draft night or before the draft because it looks like Mike Vrabel is talking a lot about A.J. Brown. I think the New England Patriots are really hungry to get A.J. Brown to New England, and I think A.J. Brown wants to go there. He's got a good relationship with Mike Vrabel from his time in Tennessee, and so I think he's gone. So without an A.J. Brown, although remember how much we talked about A.J. Brown just disappearing last season.
Mm-hmm.
He was not there. And I think maybe a part of that is because those two really don't like each other, or it doesn't appear that they do.
Yeah, they had a breakup. They were BFFs. The article talks about how they were always together, seen in the locker room, talking, having fun, doing stuff together, and that happened. You know, they both said they were good at the end of the year, but were they lying? Are they good? Because quarterbacks, I don't have to throw you the ball. And little stuff that I guess most of us probably didn't notice, but when Jalen Hurts threw A.J. Brown touchdown passes, they didn't go celebrate with each other. And, you know, everybody celebrates. And you see quarterbacks, they run down, they, dap up the offensive lineman, and then they go find the receiver. And apparently that didn't happen when A.J. Brown scored. Devontae Smith scored, somebody else scored, Jalen Hurts would go celebrate. Now, I've always given Jalen Hurts a ton of credit for his adaptability. I mean, this dude in college, a couple of different colleges, got benched in college and bounced back. All these offenses that he's had to learn, all these different languages in a way that he has had to learn, is some of his pushback just from confusion. Because at some point, how much can you grasp? I've always given him credit. That dude is, I've always thought he was a smart quarterback. You get a new offense coordinator every year, and you got to learn new systems and terminology every year, man, that's hard to do. And this article makes it seem like this guy, who I believe is the son of a high school coach, isn't coachable.
Oh, maybe he's not. And going back to their Super Bowl runs, how much of that? And look, Jalen Hurts played well in both Super Bowls they were in.
Yeah.
One they lost, and the one. But Saquon Barkley was a pretty good cover. And I don't care who you are, name any quarterback in the NFL, you're better with a good running game.
And they had a great one.
They
that
had
year.
a great one. And so I wonder if that covered up a lot of
warts.
Exactly. For Jalen Hurts. And now that they didn't have that, and Barkley certainly didn't have the season this past year that they would like, and more of that responsibility is on Jalen Hurts. And as it gets more responsibility, then he doesn't play as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of that. Look, you got a good running back. You know as well as I do, those safeties are coming down to try and stop the run. It opens up a lot of things. And it doesn't take a lot to find an open receiver. And I think Jalen Hurts benefited from that big time. But again, he's a Super Bowl MVP. He's got a Super Bowl ring. You can never take that away from him, whether he's with Philadelphia much longer or not.
And I want to correct something I said at the beginning, because I know they said multiple, and you had said 12, and I said they didn't say it in the article. I just found it in the article. ESPN interviewed more than a dozen sources to pull back the curtain on what's ailing an Eagles offense full of notable talent, including at quarterback. So more than a dozen? A lot of times you'll see articles like this, and multiple sources is 3 to 5.
Right.
To have more than a dozen be willing to talk anonymously to these two reporters for ESPN that put this together does really tell you how toxic it is, because I'm going to guess more than a dozen didn't realize that other people were talking to.
Well, who are the best people to talk to? People that leave the organization. And now I guess most of these people were within the organization, but I'm sure some of these offensive coordinators that left were yapping as well. So we'll see how that plays out and how the Philadelphia Eagles do. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you kind of digging this.
Can't say that I'm upset about reading about problems in Philadelphia.
Of course not. Of course
and
not.
I'll go back to when we were in Philly for the Army-Navy game.
Uh-huh.
Even though he was playing well and won a Super Bowl, that driver we had, because we're not afraid of privacy, just bitching about Jalen Hurts.
Was that the year they won the Super Bowl or got beat by Kansas City?
I think they were on their way to winning the Super Bowl that year, and that guy didn't think they were going to get it done because of Jalen Hurts.
Because of Jalen Hurts. So will this article turn Eagle fans against Jalen Hurts again? We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. But you get a piece like this, Jason, and you know as well as I do, man, that's tough. And he's going to be asked a lot about this whenever he gets a microphone stuck in his face.
I honestly thought when I saw that this morning, because it was, one of the first things when I was getting on Twitter, waking up thinking, wow, what an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
It's not.
Unfortunately for Jalen, it is not a joke. No doubt about it. All right, but we need to take a break. But when we come back, we keep telling you about this athletic mock draft, and I want to talk about it because it has the Cowboys being aggressive.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if Jerry has the stones to do that. And maybe that's the wrong word, but, I mean, this would take some stones to do that. We'll talk about it. We'll tell you what we're talking about when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get yourself arrested or you get a phone call from a family member, a friend, an employee that they were arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. The phone number is 210-225-2121. You can text the word bail to 474747 or even start that bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. A lot of reasons for that. And you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. And man, there's a lot of conditions there. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. 1, nobody beats their price. 2, they have payment plans available. They got a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential, and they are open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're down in Corpus, up in Dallas, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Blitz, 2 to 6 on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Let NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse, equip you for spring, summer, mom, work, and family seasons with full lines of real truck products like Undercover Ultraflex and Retrax truck bed covers or Husky floor liners. Enjoy better than internet pricing, double the 5-year warranty, and skip the week-long wait for delivery. Plus tons of scratch and dent options on WeatherGuard toolboxes, pack rats, and diesel transfer tanks. Family owned and operated since 1978 in the Big Red Building at 3027 Culebra or nawtruck.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagel. You know, now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather. Be it hot, cold, rain, or hail. Who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year? Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. You know, your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
All right, our Sports Star crew, listen up. If you want to keep winning in life like our San Antonio Spurs do on the court, head over to Game Day Men's Health. Cibolo Shirts or Alamo Ranch, the roster stacked with all-stars just like our Spurs. Experts trained in hormonal health, erectile dysfunction, weight loss, advanced peptide therapies. Why go to the G League when you can take your talents straight to the top, baby? Whether you're tired all the time, you've got low energy, maybe you've got some weight gain or the brain fog, maybe you need a little help in the bedroom. I'm not here to judge. They've got you covered. Their Hall of Fame team and services like testosterone replacement and peptide therapies will get you back in the game. Located in Alamo Ranch or choose the Cibolo Shirts location on I-35 and 3009 across the highway from HEB. Call 830-376-9100 or visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your appointment today. Win back your health, win back your life. It's game day. Let's go. That's 830-376-9100.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, it is being reported this afternoon that the Dallas Cowboys will face the Baltimore Ravens Week 3 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. San Antonio Spurs return to action, riding a 9-game win streak tonight. They'll be starting a 3-game road swing that opens up with the Golden State Warriors. Tip-off 9 o'clock. Game will be televised on ESPN. Luke Cornett out for the Spurs. He's dealing with a right knee injury management.
SportsCenter brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah! Happy hump day, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day. You know what day it is. It is hump day. Hope you're having a good one, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Thanks for joining us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're getting off work at 5 o'clock, I know you're feeling good. Hump day's over. You're sliding right into the weekend. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
You know, do us a favor and get over to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote in the poll today. Because this was a listener-inspired poll question. Who complains more, Joe Reinagel or Rob Thompson from the Morning Huddle? Reinagel right now in the lead, 79-21. And I got to believe when this is over, it's got to be up into the 90s for Joe. I'm really surprised that Rob has garnered 21%.
Well, apparently Rob complains quite a bit on that morning show.
Well, I don't know what inspired the dude that asked us to make this the poll question, but he did.
Yeah.
And I've known you both for a long time. Hell, I've known you most of my adult life. I've known Rob for well over a decade. This should be 98-2. I'm just saying, I am stunned that it's 79-21, and I'm going to guess that a lot of those that have voted for Rob are voting Morning Huddle, not Rob individually.
What do you mean? No, they're not.
They are. Now, on the Blitz part, those 80% votes right now strictly for one Joe Reinagel.
Don't throw AJ in here. This is strictly Rob Thompson, and 20% of the people voting in this poll think that he's a big complainer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? That's just the facts. That's the way it goes. Now, if it was the other guy on the morning show, what's his name, Catboy, or what do you call, who's Rob's co-host?
AJ?
Oh, that guy, yeah. Now, he might
Axeman?
be in the lead. He might, what is it, Axeman and Winston, or what the hell is it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Apparently, AJ is a complainer.
Not apparently.
I don't know, but
I mean, that's his nickname.
Complainer?
Mm-hmm.
Axeman and complainer?
Ruben says I complain more. I don't know what show you're listening to, Ruben. I don't complain about nothing.
Dude, please.
Too cute for words and too hot for TV. That's why they're on the radio. It's the Cowboys from Hell with your hosts, Axeman and the Bobcat.
Oh, good Lord. Eli G says, I listen to both shows, but when Joe complains, it's comical.
Well, I'll take that as good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. The NFL draft is thankfully closer and closer.
Yes.
About 3 weeks away. But there is a mock draft out today that is likely to get some people complaining, not just Joe Reinagel. Now, they have in this athletic mock draft, and this is based coming off of the owners' meetings, supposedly with what they were hearing, picks based on intel from coaches, scouts, and agents. And they have the Dallas Cowboys making a big trade with Arizona to move up to number 3 to take David Bailey from Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of, obviously, Red Raider fans happy. And look, he's an edge rusher and a really good one. And so I think that fills a need for the Cowboys. Although, you know, you wonder, a David Bailey or a Styles.
Well, Sonny Styles in this mock draft goes number 5 to the New York Giants. Now, they obviously have a need at linebacker. I still think there's a current Miami Dolphin that will end up in Dallas before the draft. Although I do wonder if the Cowboys make that trade before the draft, would they have the draft capital to make this trade to move up to get a David Bailey? We know Jerry Jones likes a good war daddy. He wants the edge rusher, probably more so than a linebacker. And they were in on the Max Crosby deal. That didn't happen. So does he have the stones to move up to take a David Bailey?
And I think that
he does.
And I think that would take some big balls for sure to trade up for that. The good news in this particular mock draft is it only costs them their 12th this year in the first round. They still have number 20.
They would flip first round picks,
right,
12, and they would give up 92, which is what they got in the Oso Odigizua trade.
Which is, to me, is not that high of a price, to be honest with you, to move up that far and get a guy the quality of what they would be getting. What I find interesting, if you move on in this mock draft to number 20 that the Cowboys keep, they have them drafting a wide receiver, Denzel Boston, from Washington.
Now, Denzel played at UW, 125 catches, 1,700 yards, 20 touchdowns over the last 2 years. Washington coaches, keep in mind, were at Arizona when Tet McMillan was there. And he gets a lot of comparisons to Tet McMillan. He is a wide receiver that the Cowboys were targeting in last year's draft.
That's right.
He got picked before the Cowboys could pick. Now, McMillan, probably a little bit better.
Rookie of the year.
But, but big physical, smart receiver, 6'4", 212 pounds. All this love this week that we're hearing about George Pickens, but the Cowboys have spent a lot of time looking at wide receivers. And there are some good wide receivers, some first-round talent that could be there. But when you look at the financial aspect of George Pickens, it's cheaper to tag him this year and tag him next year and send him on his way than to sign him to a top-tier wide receiver 1 contract. The question for George Pickens in his future in Dallas, they might love you as a wide receiver 2, a top-tier wide receiver 2. But with the recent contract that was signed that changed the wide receiver market and the future contract that Puka's going to sign, if George Pickens is looking in that neighborhood, the Cowboys are likely, and I wouldn't be surprised or even mad if they took a wide receiver at 20.
If they do, I think that's going to tell you all you need to know about George Pickens' future in Dallas. And I mean that in all sincerity. Now, Denzel Boston may turn into something great. He may not turn into anything. But I just think that when you look at having that kind of money tied up in 2 wide receivers, I just think that's too much for Jerry to stomach. I really do. And I just don't think – would you talk about having stones to move up in this draft? I don't think he's got the stones to pay those 2 guys what he's going to have to pay them between CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. I just don't believe that's in the Cowboys' future.
The one part of this that I still, while this is a great mock draft, and if this were to happen and play out, as a Cowboy fan, I'd be thrilled. I could still see them moving up and taking, if it's Bailey, cool. If it's Styles, cool. But I still would be surprised if they picked at 20. I honestly, when Jerry said on the bus in Indianapolis that the cost of 2 first-round picks, and if they were to do this trade and lose pick 92, they've got nothing on day 2. I think they could move back into the second round or get a third-round pick, but move back into the second round and maybe get a second and something else for that 20th pick. Because while Boston would be great, the Arizona State kid would be great, you're going to find wide receiver talent, wide receiver 2 talent in the second and third round as well, and they still don't have that pick, and they would lose that 92nd pick for Osa in the draft scenario here, and I still have a hard time believing that the Cowboys are going to use both the 12-20 or whatever, the 12 if it turns into the 3. I just don't see them making 2 picks in the first round.
Well, if they move up to 3, they've got their guy, and then they can go from there. You're right. And so they would have the ability, I think, to trade that 20th pick and move down in the draft and do what you're suggesting and have a second-day pick. It's going to be fascinating. I can't wait for the draft. We're less than a month away, right? About 3 weeks or so, maybe a little over 3 weeks from the draft. So it's going to be fascinating to see what they do. I would love to see the Cowboys take a swing and make a trade like this. I think it would be absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see it. And we'll see what they do. And I think that's going to tell you all you need to know about your boy George Pickens. I just don't think he's long for Dallas.
Bye-bye.
I really don't. 11 minutes until we launch the Artemis 2. That's what we're talking about. So we'll come back and we'll maybe let you listen to that live. The takeoff. Yeah?
We'll tell you when it takes off.
Oh, we'll have to tell you?
Did they fix the battery issue? Because about an hour before, they needed some AA batteries or something. It just said on the screen they were having battery issues. Did they fix that? I mean, the countdown's still going, so I guess somebody got over to 7-Eleven and got some batteries.
Yep, got some fresh batteries.
They don't have to unplug it.
Oh, good for them. All right, we're talking launch.
Unplug it, maybe.
Moon launch. Around the moon, where they're going when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me talk to you about Stevens Roofing. Stevens Roofing, what a great family. Great people, great family-owned company, a company that's been in business since 1983. Now, just think about that for a minute. 1983, that's a long time to be in business. I don't care what business you're in, and it just simply tells you the quality that you get from Stevens Roofing. And look, now they've added solar to what they do. If you've been thinking about solar panels on your house, why would you call anybody else but Stevens Roofing and Solar? 210-785-0994. Let them know what you're thinking about doing. And I guarantee you they're going to help you put a plan in place to achieve whatever it is you're looking for, and you know it's going to be done right, and you know they're going to stand behind their work. If you've looked outside, looked on your roof, and something just doesn't look right to you, or maybe you've seen a leak, that's possible after the rain we had not too long ago, and you want to get your roof checked out, Stevens Roofing and Solar, give them a call. They'll send an experienced team out to your house. They'll check your roof for free, and they'll let you know if there's anything they need to do to make everything right. You know you're in great hands with Stevens Roofing and Solar. 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this, but I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000 in just 3 minutes.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be challenged and they can be reduced. But instead of filing a tax grievance yourself, Ownwell does it all for you with a combination of local experts and cutting-edge technology. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of homeowners and put money back in their pocket. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 35%. And that's only if you save.
Now I never stress about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is bring your appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Waiting for the Artemis 2 to launch. Now the clock is stopped, the countdown clock at 10 minutes. So they said, Pledge tells us they had some kind of a lock issue, LOC, whatever that means.
Loss of power or something.
A loss of power?
Well, that's kind of a problem,
that's
not?
A LOP, not a lock. Loss of control. Joe's had those before.
Many times.
Yeah, and he's got a complaining poll right now that he's complaining about on our YouTube page. So head over to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can vote in the poll. This was a listener-inspired poll. Who complains more, Joe Reinagel or Rob Thompson? Right now it's 80-20, Joe in the lead.
Yeah, I'm really kind of disappointed. I'll complain about that. I thought I'd win this thing outright, 100-0.
I mean, Gillespie just tweeted, Joe's complaining about the complaining poll, huh?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, I wanted 100-0.
What are you thumbsing up for, Pledge? So
all right, we're to go.
Well, they're going to start the timer again? We're listening in to NASA Control live here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That sounds like important.
Did she say she wanted to vote in the poll?
She did. Nice.
All right, so we're less than 10 minutes away from sending some people to the moon.
Well, I'd like for
around
them
the
to
moon.
start that timer again, and they still haven't done that. What the hell's going on?
Well, you ever know, like, when you're taking off on the plane and you back out from the gate and then you're just sitting there? You wonder the same thing, what the hell's going on?
Well, yeah, I'm wondering, but you got 4 astronauts on that thing going, wait a minute, what's wrong?
Well,
what's happening?
They had battery issues about an hour ago.
Unplug it, baby.
Unplug it, baby.
Sounds so much better from her. See, now Cuts by Jones on our YouTube says he voted for Rob just to help Joe out. Joe doesn't need help in this.
Well,
he wants the win in a landslide.
No, see, Cuts by Jones knows that the complaining is not complaining. It's just making sure that you guys you're educated.
I know. The Cuts by Jones is going to start complaining here in a minute because he made this great sign for us that's in our studio.
Yeah.
And Pledge broke it earlier.
Well, just a little piece. We can glue that back on.
Wood glue?
Yeah, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Waiting for them to start the timer, but we did hear everything is a go for launch. Hey, Mario, you're on the Blitz, man. Go for launch.
Hey, guys. First thing, Joe just complained about 5 times in the past 2 minutes about this rocket launch.
See, he's cutting back. Showing some constraint.
And then as far as George Pickens on the, I don't see him being a Cowboy after next year. Everything that I've heard from Jerry so far is they haven't talked to his agent, and there's no meaningful talk. So I don't think he's a Cowboy after this year at all.
After this
Especially
year or
after the
after
draft.
next? Mario, I mean, appreciate the phone call. Keep in mind.
And I agree with you, Mario. No complaints.
It's April 1st.
It is.
He's on the tag. So there's no reason to have meaningful talks right now. And because we know unless he's traded, he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy this upcoming season.
True.
And then if you look at what the tag would cost next year, it's cheaper to actually keep him on the tag next year too. So the Cowboys are in the driver's seat here.
Well, cheaper than what? Because it's going to be north of $30 million next year.
It will be, but if they sign him to a long-term deal, he's already going to be north of $30 million.
I get that. I don't know about that. I think a lot depends. If you sign this guy to another tag and it's, say, I don't know, $32 million, you've got almost $70 million tied up in two players.
Uh-huh.
Two players.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw Dak Prescott in the mix, and then you're really screwed. I don't see him doing. I don't see Jerry doing that. I could be dead wrong, but I just don't see Jerry doing it.
The 27 franchise tag number, 120% of the previous tag, which according to Google right now, around $31 million.
Mm-hmm.
So he would make around 55 over the next 2 years.
He would. And what is Pickens? 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be 26 years old. I mean, it's still time to get a big contract from somebody if he performs over the next 2 years. But still, just think about that. $31 million tag next year. What's CD? $34 million?
Mm-hmm.
That's $65 million in two wide receivers. It's a lot of money.
Well, it is a lot of money, and somebody else would probably not get paid. There's other contracts, but I'm never worried about Jerry this time of year not having meaningful conversations. And I know there's a lot of stuff out there that yesterday at the owners' meetings, and we heard them. We heard the audio. George, if he didn't have an agent, would get a lot more money. And you know when Jerry is joking and when Jerry is being dead serious. And yesterday felt like he was much more joking about those comments. He doesn't always talk to agents. That's what Steven does. That's what Will McClay does. Jerry likes to talk to players. He likes to work out deals with players. But he doesn't typically talk to the agents. And as the general manager, you would think that he would, but that's what Will and Steven do, the way their organization is structured. But his comments yesterday, when you read them on Twitter or you read an article, it seems like, oh, man, he's trying to get him to fire Mulligetta.
He was clearly joking.
Clearly joking. The 10-minute clock is moving.
It is moving. We're down to 9:40.
9:40.
Before the launch. 9:40. Should we take a break? So we can come back for the launch.
We want to do it live.
I think we do.
We're 9.5 minutes away from sending people into space.
I think we should.
Ready to rock and roll.
What do you think?
Oh, well, let's do it.
Let's do it. We got to give away some tickets too before we're all said and done. But let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the launch.
And Game Night San Antonio brought to you by Vision Source. Spurs play today.
And some tickets to the Valero Texas Open the Sunday round. We'll do all of that when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me ask you a question. You ever go outside your curb, you look back at your house and you go, man, what can I do to dress my house up, to improve the quality, not only of the look of my house, but the quality of my house? Well, let me tell you what you can do. You can call Window Nation. That's right. Window Nation can help you out. And I tell you what, they are some of the best in the business. And right now, they've got a sale going on. It's called the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. In fact, you could save up to 50% off all of your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. And look, you know as well as I do, during uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. You know, with Window Nation, you're going to get windows that easily slide open. They easily slide closed. They're made of top quality seals so they won't leak when it's rainy or windy. And unlike other windows, they're maintenance free. Think about that, maintenance free. You put them in, you don't have to worry about them anymore. Window Nation stands behind them with a lifetime warranty. And get this, they are rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. You don't want to wait to put an end to your window problems. You want to save big and save big now with the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. It is going on right now, but it won't last forever. So go to windownation.com. Again, that's windownation.com for a consultation.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we are live out at the TPC San Antonio course for the Valero Texas Open.
TPC, VTO, and NBA and NCAA. We have all the initials covered. We'll see you at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
The Easter Bunny? He's lost his dazzle. His tail? Flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, no more poof, see?
And those eggs? They're supposed to be spiffy, colorful, full of magic, but the trap, streaky, like they've been kissed by dust bunnies.
And when the cabbage we're shelling out for eggs, they ought to be the cat's pajamas. But nope, everything's on the fritz, and we know why.
Hard water.
Nasty build-up, filmy gunk. It's giving the whole shebang the heebie-jeebies.
It needs a Connecticut. Their non-electric, high-efficiency water softness make water the bee's knees. Your skin, smoother than a gangster's alibi. And eggs?
Gleaming like gold in a G-man's pocket.
For a limited time, get a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off for trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country, 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE.
It's a limited time, so hop to it, see?
License number 38961.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Oh, man, I'm excited. We're about 3 minutes away from the launch of Artemis 2, and we're going to all hear it together right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
And nothing to complain about here, but we do have the poll question is we are under 3 minutes to launch. Now, you think about the arm that kind of looks like it's holding everything together. It almost looks like, you're holding the football on the tee. They have removed that. So that part has left. And yeah, we're almost ready to launch. At what point, Pledge, do we want to listen into Mission Control? With about a minute to go? We can check now. What are they talking about now?
The thrusters, how they're moving.
Okay.
I like talking about thrusters.
They did fix the battery issue that they had earlier.
We got 2:03 remaining.
Watching space shuttles launch is just always so cool. It's fascinating that we're able to do this, and I think, we all. I was in grade school watching the Challenger. We were all gathered in the cafeteria.
Oh, man.
I will remember that obviously for the rest of my life. Just the visual, the sound effects, all of it. I tried to go to one space launch live, and we got it close to this point, and it got scrapped with about 20 minutes to go, which is frustrating. So it is always very, very cool when you get to the point where, holy crap, this is actually going to happen.
Absolutely. I'm excited about this. I like stuff like this, too. According to the clock we've got 1:15 until liftoff.
NASA Mission Control. Let's listen in live here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Well, they're very conversational. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
Oh.
All right.
All right, Gary, you're on the spot, buddy.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing. 15. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4,
wow.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
I got goosebumps, dude.
I do too, man.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
That is so cool, man.
AMT high.
AMT high.
On time, passing 30 seconds into the flights.
I'd like to know what those astronauts are feeling right now.
Target milestone.
Um,
Control Houston seeing good performance.
Yeah.
I mean seriously, yeah.
Stage. Integrity.
That's just got to be like
in altitude. Traveling more than
a one-of-a-kind feeling.
The amount of training that they must go through, obviously, that they go through, and the G's. I mean, I've been fortunate to fly in a Navy jet, and what that does to you, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Very cool watching it as it goes.
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
On, Ponce de Leon.
Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon.
Wow.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as integrity and its crew go supersonic.
Supersonic.
Well, and just watching the video, and I know for you guys that are listening right now, I mean, you see all the smoke and the the fire, although it's not. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. But I think we all are watching just, all right.
Nervous a little bit.
Well, yeah. Because, when you see it successfully going, and then, but we've all, it's just cool to watch and to think.
Well, and the power that is lifting that rocket, it's just amazing. This is just really cool, and I'm glad we could all share this together. This is great.
Absolutely. I didn't have this on my, what are we going to do today? Because I saw something the other day. I thought it wasn't going to happen because they had so many different dates.
Yeah, no, this is great. They're going to go and fly around the moon.
Guidance converged. Performance nominal. Upper stage RCS ready.
Wow.
So were those the booster things that just separated so they're at that point?
Wow. Very cool.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. Thrusters on integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation.
Is that video that they're showing Pledge from the rocket? Wow.
3 minutes into the flight.
Technology is incredible.
And isn't it?
Somebody
really
on our
is cool.
YouTube page says, man, these poor people are going to miss the Final Four.
I know.
Somehow I think they're going to be able to
I think they'll
keep
be okay.
in touch. Very,
they'll
very,
be all right.
very cool. Artemis 2, heading to the moon.
Now, while we were watching that, and I know this is small compared to what we just witnessed, but Bill Self has made the decision to return to Kansas for a 24th season.
Okay.
There were some questions about whether he was going to return or not, and today, according to The Athletic, he will be back for a 24th season.
The very cool. Thanks, Pledge, for finding NASA's Mission Control. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. Artemis 2 on its way to the moon. We've got the final round of the Valero Texas Open coming up on Easter Sunday. Keep in mind, it is Easter Sunday, so if you have Easter plans, don't call in and try to win.
No, don't do that.
But we've got some tickets to give away right now to caller 2 for Artemis 2. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 2, you're going to the VTO on Sunday. Right now, we got to get you ready for a Spurs game tonight.
This is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Every weekday game night, The Blitz with Jason and Joe get you inside and ready for tonight's game. From insiders to an in-depth preview of tonight's game, this is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source. Beyond your eyes.
Absolutely. Spurs on a road trip. First game of a back-to-back. They get the Warriors tonight in San Francisco. Game Night San Antonio brought to you by Vision Source. Go see Dr. Gonzalez Vision Source. They're at Market Ridge near the HEB at 281 and Evans Road, or even Vision Source South San Antonio. Dr. Diane Ramirez Shank on South Flores between East South Cross and Southwest Military.
Well, tonight they take on the Golden State Warriors. No Steph Curry. A lot of guys. Al Horford's out. Kristaps Porzingis will not play either for the Golden State Warriors. And the Spurs, the only guy they have listed on the injury report is Luke Cornett. He will not play for the Silver and Black tonight.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how Mitch Johnson handles down the stretch with 7 games to go, including tonight. But a back-to-back. Now, they've been really good in back-to-backs this year. In the first game of back-to-backs, they are 12-2. They are 23-5 in back-to-back situations this year. But I know they can still catch Oklahoma City. There's still a chance, but those dudes aren't losing either. But also getting to 60 wins, which when they got to 50, Wemby said, all right, new goal. Let's go get 60. But tonight's game against a depleted Golden State team, knowing that you've got a possible first-round matchup with the LA Clippers tomorrow, but it is a back-to-back and a big game Saturday against the Denver Nuggets to wrap up the final road trip of the season. I am curious if tonight's game becomes more of the let's not push things, or tomorrow night's game. I can't imagine they go full throttle in April now in back-to-back games.
Well, look, I think tonight depends on how it goes. If the Spurs can get out to a big lead, I think Mitch Johnson pulls back and Wemby sits and Fox sits and Castle perhaps too, and you stretch out the bench. And like he's been doing a lot of that anyway. But I think tonight is one of those games that I think the Spurs, now if it's close and you want to win this game, obviously, so you leave those guys in a little bit longer. But I can't imagine this game being that close. I really can't. I think it's another one the Spurs open up and they win this thing pretty easily and get ready for the LA Clippers and number 2 tomorrow. The Clippers have not been playing well. They have not been playing well at all. So I don't know exactly what that's going to look like tomorrow night. But anytime, look, I hate to say it, but anytime you've got number 2 on your team, he can go off. And they've got some players. So, and you were right when you introed that thing. That could very well be a potential first-round matchup for the Spurs.
And again, the play-in part still obviously has to happen, but it's certainly a possibility. What's nuts is when you look at the top teams down the stretch and what they've been able to do. The Spurs have won 9 in a row, 25-2 across February and March. The 5th team in NBA history to win 90% of their games across 2 months in a season, according to ESPN Insights. Just remarkable what this group continues to do, and the little stat nuggets that you see like that, because even though they're really good this year, it's still like, man, I can't believe they're this good this year.
Well, it's incredible. But again, the Western Conference is a beast. Everybody's playing well. You look at Oklahoma City. In their last 10, they're 9-1. Spurs are 9-1 in their last 10. Lakers are 9-1 in their last 10. Denver's 8-2 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a stacked, well-playing Western Conference. The playoffs are going to be a blast. I mean, they are just going to be an absolute blast. And I can't wait to see this Spurs team be tested in a playoff situation when obviously everything changes a little bit. It's not regular season. There are differences in how the officials call the games, what they allow other teams to get away with, and it's going to be fun.
But when you think about just how well they're playing, and keep in mind, last time out, they weren't focused at the beginning, and old Mitch called the timeout 2 minutes into the game. But according to Dan Weiss, his Danalytics, the Spurs in the month of March outscored their opponents by an NBA best 221 points, 40 more than second place Atlanta. They outscored their opponents by 90 in the first quarter, 21 more than second place Oklahoma City, and they outscored their opponents by 158 points in the paint, second only to Detroit's 210.
Wow.
I look at that and I'm like, points in the paint. For a team that we bitch about a lot for shooting too many threes, they still get it done. Now, I think that's also a byproduct of the NBA shooting too many threes. And I don't know, Wemby and his lobs the other night to go get 41 to try to work on his MVP case. But those are some pretty incredible numbers with what this Spurs team continues to do.
Without a doubt. And look, what I love about this team, and if Wemby gets all the publicity, rightly so, but this is a deep team. They've got players, obviously Steph Castle, defensively especially, although he does it on the offensive side too, playing great. Devin Vassell, playing great. Dylan Harper, playing great. De'Aaron Fox is playing well. I mean, you've got a lot of guys that are playing well, and this team is deep. And I think in the playoffs, that's going to pay dividends. I just do, because a lot of teams will shorten their bench. They'll play, 7 guys. A lot of the time. The Spurs can obviously go deeper than that and perhaps stay a little bit fresher. I like their chances. I'm hesitant to say I believe this team can go all the way until I see them perform when the lights get a little bit brighter.
I'm curious to see Wemby and what he continues to do. In March, Wemby did something that I didn't even know they kept track of. But he became the first player in the play-by-play era to record 50 dunks and 33s in a calendar month. Right?
Wow. Yeah, the guy's incredible, and we better get used to numbers like that because the guy's 22 years old. He's only going to get better. This is just the tip of the iceberg for Victor Wembanyama, and so I just I look forward to it. I really do look forward to seeing what the future holds for this team and how many titles can they win with Wemby leading the way. How many postseason awards is he going to pocket as we continue on? And I just it's Spurs fans. The future is certainly bright.
It is. I mean, and again, you look at the Spurs trying to get their 10th straight win, and with the schedule down the stretch, it wouldn't surprise me if they ended on a 16-game win streak. Now, that said, could they stub their toe here or there like the Clippers did the other day against Portland?
Yeah.
It could happen. And it almost happened the other night against the Chicago Bulls. And I thought it was interesting with Mitch calling a timeout early and Keldon saying afterwards that they can't get complacent. And then when Nate Ryan on the TV broadcast asked Keldon postgame about why they were wearing headbands, he said, well, we're bored. I mean, what do you do with that? I mean, all right, you guys have to find some ways to go have some fun, but I don't know. I'm not bored with your winning, dude. I'm really not, but they are playing at a high level, but their level of competition, they're bored. Let's wear headbands.
Yeah, the level of competition has not been the greatest, and we've talked about that. How is that going to affect them in the playoffs? I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Tonight is kind of a wash for me. They shouldn't struggle against Golden State. Let's hope that they don't. The Clippers have given them a hard time this season during the regular season, so we'll see what happens in L.A. tomorrow night. The game I'm really looking forward to, though, is that Saturday afternoon game against the Denver Nuggets because Denver is hitting their stride. They're healthy. They're playing well. And I'm just hoping that Wemby plays in that game because he has not faced the Joker this season at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Spurs favored by 14.5 tonight. Denver's favored by 17.5 over Utah. Houston's favored by 18.5 over Milwaukee.
Is that just ridiculous?
Toronto 12.5 over Sacramento. The Knicks, who've been struggling, but they're 13.5-point favorites over Memphis. And Philadelphia is a 14.5-point favorite over Washington.
It's just ridiculous, is it not?
Boston 4.5 over Miami.
Well, they must be in Miami.
They are.
Okay, it's the only reason that is. And then I think OKC has a tough one tomorrow. They've got the Lakers coming in. Lakers have been a hot ball club as well. That should be a hell of a game. But it is in Oklahoma City. I think they have 2 games remaining, one in OKC and then one in L.A. Before it's all said and done. Certainly, Oklahoma City's schedule has been much tougher than the Spurs here down the stretch.
Yet the Spurs haven't been able to gain any ground. And you're right about Oklahoma City, which is why I think the Spurs still need to keep their foot on that gas pedal if they truly want to get the 1 seed. And because Oklahoma City, they've got the Lakers tomorrow night, then Utah, then at L.A. So they close out with a tough road trip, does Oklahoma City, although their final home game Sunday, April 12th, home against Phoenix. But they're home tomorrow against the Lakers and then Sunday against Utah. And then next Tuesday at L.A., Lakers. Next Wednesday at L.A., Clippers. And then Friday at Denver.
It's a tough schedule for OKC.
Well, because L.A. and Denver, both L.A.'s, still trying to play for something because playoffs have been determined. Seeding is still very much up for grabs.
Well, especially when you're talking about the Lakers and the Nuggets. There's only a 2 games separating those 2 teams. So both of them are going to continue to play and play hard. And look, Denver, they wouldn't want to catch the Lakers. The Lakers want to hold them off. And the Nuggets still have to hold off the Timberwolves and the Rockets, who are only a game and a half behind them. So these teams below San Antonio still have a lot to play for. The Spurs, if they want to catch OKC, they got a lot to play for. If they're happy with where they're at, because they are locked into the 2 seed, then not so much for them. It's going to be interesting to see what Mitch Johnson does. I tell you what, and how he coaches and how he performs in the playoffs. We tend to forget this is his first time around in postseason play as well, along with a lot of those Spurs that he's coaching right now. So how does he perform, not only for the rest of the regular season, but when it gets into the playoff time, how does Mitch Johnson coach? Does he do it the same way, or do things look different? Lots to look for, Jason.
It's going to be fun. Again, tonight's game, 9 o'clock, televised on ESPN, Spurs and Warriors, but I'm with you. I'm much more interested and excited and ready for tomorrow night's game against the Clippers, and I say that now. The injury report could come out tomorrow, and all right.
Would it surprise you?
Maybe. Second night of a back-to-back this late in the season, because I'm with you. I want to see Wemby against Joker at Denver. If Wemby truly is going to win MVP, he needs to have that kind of game against the Joker.
I totally agree with that.
I mean, if he misses that one, the questions about how do you not play against? Why are you always hurt on with one opponent? I don't think he's scared, but that's going to come across.
Well, of course it's going to. It's just human nature, and it will come across. He's got to play in that game, does he not? I mean, if he's going to sit out a game, I'd rather him do it tomorrow night and then be fresh and ready for Denver and the Joker on Saturday afternoon. I don't know. Wemby looks like he's feeling really good.
Yep.
He's playing well. He looks like he's feeling good, and so I think he'll play in all of these games coming up, and then coming home. Maybe that's when Mitch Johnson decides to rest the big fella for a game or two. We'll see what happens. I know James Pledger's going to continue this conversation. I believe you got a show tonight, Pledge. Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning. They'll be live at the Valero Texas Open bright and early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., and then Jason and I will join them at the Valero Texas Open. Of course, we are on at 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, have a great night.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Congrats.
What?
You beat Rob Thompson 81-19.
Oh.
Woo! The final poll results. Although Rob's probably going to be bitching about being cold tomorrow morning on the driving range out at TPC San Antonio.
You know what? I just want to thank the family. I want to thank Pledge and Minix. Thank you for all your support over the years. I appreciate it. You guys piss me off, but I like you anyway. Thanks for the support. Have a great night, everybody.
Get off my lawn. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Valero Texas